Well, hello there. Good morning. How are you? My name's Charlie. Welcome to YouGarden TV. We're here with Adam for the next few hours. Adam, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this.
No, it's going to be good.
I learned so much from you over the last few months. I really have.
Oh, bless you.
And you know what? I've also learned that this time of the year is so important for gardening because it's our chance to get ahead, ready for next spring, and also introduce colour for winter.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, Charlie, think this time of year is the end of the gardening season. We're here to show you it definitely isn't. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
Back in Victorian Edwardian times, this was the start of the gardening year, and it's going to be the start of the gardening year for us as well.
It totally is, and we've got so much on the show. We've got everything from mushroom making kits, which I've got on my dad's Christmas present there, I really have. We've got the most incredible lavender.
Yeah, beautiful.
We've got Snow White, the rose of the week, so shop ahead for that. But if you want some particular Christmassy colours to fill your garden with colour this winter, then we've got plenty. We've got the Yuletide. So yeah, that's low on stock actually, the Yuletide, so do shop ahead on the website, YouGarden.com. It's the easiest way to begin. Now, we've got a ridiculous deal on those alliums, the Sephora.
Oh, I can never say that word, Charlie. Spherolephalin, I always say drumsticks.
Drumsticks. I saw the show on Thursday actually with Sean, and it just rolls off the tongue. It was beautiful to hear. We're going to start your basket with those today, so have a look on the website. Shop ahead, like I said, on YouGarden.com. But if you want the best prices, and who doesn't, just ensure you use the offer code YGTV 4625 just before you check out, because that unlocks all of these amazing deals, and it gives you free postage and packaging, which is incredible, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, basically anything you buy within the potting shed today will be free postage.
Everything on this live show. Yeah. Now, you may well know this or not, but if you're new to YouGarden, think about joining the YouGarden discount club, because you can get 15% off all plants and accessories, but you can even get 7.5% off machinery, garden tools and that kind of thing. You get vouchers, you get free P&P vouchers, you get exclusive tips and knowledge from our experts here. So it's really, really worth becoming a YouGarden discount club member. You can set it up on the website, and you can actually become one today, this morning, log back in, and then buy these deals at these amazing, amazing prices. But yeah, just whether you're a member or not, just type in that code though, YGTV 4625. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, YouGarden, £10 for the year.
Yeah, and if you keep renewing, if you don't let it lapse, it will stay £10 a year for year after year after year.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
And even if the price goes up, let's say if it did, you will still be paying the same, so keep that auto renew going. You can even make that money back in the same or the first couple of orders,
easily,
perhaps, couldn't you?
Yeah,
You really could. We've got fruit trees on the show, we've got the professional compost, we've got so much. I love the variety here on YouGarden. But yeah, any questions, email us in, we'd love to hear from you. Firstly, it's ygtv@yougarden.com, or go on our YouTube video as well. We're live there on YouTube, which of course you're bound to be watching us from right now. We've got people watching already. Neil's there. Neil, hello Neil. Mauritius watching there.
Mauricio, hi Neil.
And Verna says, morning Adam and Charlie. Morning to all of you.
Thanks for watching.
It's so good to be back here. I just think this is a lovely way to start a Sunday.
It is.
Gardening, it's your passion, it's your hobby, and we've got something that, well, we can plant straight away here. All this is relevant now.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie, we've got stuff that's evergreen, we've got colour, we've got bare root, we're planting for next year, we're planting for right now, we've got things you can have indoors. We're covering everything, ticking all the boxes.
Yeah, we really have. And do you know what? I mentioned fruit trees, didn't we? We have got the most incredible nectarine tree, and this is one of our favourites from earlier in the week. This could get quite high, can't it?
Yeah, this can get to about 5 metres tall eventually, but that's not particularly tall for a fruit tree. But I mean, look at this. This is stunning, and there's so many beautiful stories to tell you about this. Firstly, the blossom in spring is just absolutely stunning. It's bright, deep pink blossom like this. I mean, this is magnificent. Can you imagine after a long British winter having a fruit tree that not only produces these amazing nectarines, but in spring has that absolutely stunning blossom? I mean, even if you didn't like nectarines, and who
just for the flowers,
you just great for the flowers, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And the early pollinating insects are going to adore this. In fact, it's one of the RHS sort of pollinating plants that they suggest to put in your garden for the early pollinators. But of course, late summer into early autumn, you can grow your own sumptuous, sweet, delicious, perfect, full-size nectarines easily and simply. Plant this plant right near your house in a south or west facing position where it's got lots of nice warmth. And then you will get your own nectarines.
So it likes a good amount of sun then?
Yeah, full sun. Sun, sheltered, the warmest, sunniest, most sheltered sheltered spot you can find. That's where your nectarine will really thrive. But they're very hardy during the winter. Don't worry about coldness during the winter. They blossom in the spring. You might, if we get a late frost, just need to protect the blossom a little bit, but generally not a problem at all. And if you want to, it's self-fertile, this one, by the way.
Oh, right.
But if you want to, and you get a moment on a sunny spring afternoon when this is flowering, you can just get yourself a little paintbrush and do what the bees do and just dab from flower to flower to flower. And that way, you'll definitely kind of get more nectarines because you're kind of doing the action of the bees, if you like. But
is that actually a thing?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Just get a little tiny paintbrush and just dab from flower to flower.
Incredible.
But if you don't do that, you will still get fruit because this is a self-fertile variety, no problem at all. And it comes to you pot grown in this stunning pot,
just
multi-branched.
Joe, I honestly think, I've never actually had a homegrown nectarine, and it's the whole atmosphere, isn't it? Of just in the morning you wake up, you can just pick your own nectarine over your cereal, over your porridge perhaps, or just on its own. Just that first bite, Joe, if you're curious what that's going to taste like, then absolutely go for it. Now, normally the recommended kind of retail price for this would be £29.99, but the price on your screen, wow, it's £21.24. Just make sure you use that code YGTV 4625 just before you check out to get free shipping and to unlock all these amazing live offers we've got for you here in the Potting Shed. And we're just getting started. We've got so much. I truly believe we've got something for everyone. We've got more trees, of course.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about a fruit tree that you can keep outside permanently, but now we're going to talk about a fruit tree you can keep indoors this time of year as well. Your own lime tree. And this is a real big chunky one, this one. Not a diddy plant. And this is evergreen as well. So all the way through the winter, you're going to have these beautiful green leaves inside. It will even flower for you, and they can flower inside over the winter. In the summertime, late spring, summer, you can give this a holiday outside in the garden. Bring it again later in the autumn. And what you will find with this plant is, as time goes by, Stu says you can see a bud.
Oh yeah, is that? Where are we? Just there.
Let's have a look. Could be a bud.
I think it is.
I think there are some buds on there. Yeah, without a doubt. So, I mean, the good thing about this is
a lime tree indoors.
Yeah, this will get bigger and bigger year on year, and you'll get to the point eventually where it will flower, and oh my goodness me, the fragrance from lime blossom, in fact, all citrus blossom has the most...
Is it nice?
Oh, Charlie, it is gorgeous. It is sweet, it's fragrance, it's spicy, it's delicious.
Oh, stop
and then,
I'd eat it. Don't.
They'll start to produce those little limes, and what you'll have eventually is you'll have a plant like you see here where you've got limes ready to pick, you've got limes developing, and you've got flower at the same time. And if you ever want to repot it, just repot it into ericaceous compost. That's really important because they like the acid soil. But yeah, just keep this somewhere frost-free in the winter. You don't have to mollycoddle it. Doesn't need a super hot room. Even somewhere, even it only goes down to 4 or 5 degrees, that will be fine. Drop off the watering, make sure it's got lots of light. You get it through the winter in that way. Next spring, bring it outside, and you can just keep this for year after year after year. And imagine picking your own fresh limes.
Yeah, I had no idea indoors. You're bringing the Mediterranean inside your house, aren't you? That's it. It's a spectacle as well. It's how much it looks, not just those gorgeous tasted limes. Or have one in a gin and tonic or something.
Oh, that'd be good. Or Bacardi and Coke, whatever you fancy, really. Yeah, and this is the kind of size we're sending out to you. So this will start flowering for you next year, and then you will just get those limes, those amazing limes. So say inside during the winter, outside during the summer, easy to look after. Feed with a citrus feed. Repot into ericaceous compost.
Yeah, do you need any fleece wrap or protection?
Well, this I would probably bring in sort of in sort of thing.
Yeah,
but I mean,
take the edge off.
Yeah, for other shrubs that might need a little protection, we do have the fleece wrap and we do have the little fleece bags as well that you can pop over. So that could be something you might want to use on your camellia. We'll talk about in a little while, just to stop the late frosts, sort of turning the flowers brown. But the fleece is fantastic stuff. I use this in the garden to protect delicate plants. You can get the bags there, as you can see on the left, or you can get a whole roll of it that you can go round and round and round and them round if you want to.
Yeah, if you just search fleece on the website, you'll see everything we just showed you right there. Again, YouGarden.com. If you'd like to get for this, the citrus lime tree, discounted as well. The usual price of $29.99 is still very, very good, but for £25.49, you're going to get that amazing saving too. For a citrus lime tree, for just over £25, it's brilliant. Right, now, these are very decorative because they look like cast iron.
They do.
It's like aged metal. They look fantastic.
I always say, Charlie, with our pots these days, you know, if you're on your way to work and you saw these in somebody's front garden, you're taking the kids to school.
You think posh.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, you would.
You think, wow, they spent some money on those. Look at those metal kind of planters. But this is how well plastic containers have come on now. You don't see the seams. You don't have all that kind of wispy bit coming off where they've come off the blow mould. These are UV stable. They're frost resistant. And look at the sheen, the shimmer, the gloss on there.
Yeah, it's a lovely satin finish, yeah.
Beautiful.
And it's like dry brush with like gold, like a bronze look. It ages it slightly in a rustic kind of way. They are beautiful. They are important to think about the pots because you can have the most beautiful plants in the world. You don't want just any old little.
No, you don't.
And you want something it's like the foundations of the plant.
Absolutely, it highlights, doesn't it? The
yes.
plant. It's like they say when you go out, you can kind of wear pretty much whatever you want. But if you put on a really good pair of shoes and a really nice belt,
I like that. Yeah.
The rest of it all looks $1 million.
If you've got like an amazing picture that looks great, then you put it in a lovely frame. It just takes it to another level, doesn't it?
That's what
it's
this
like
does.
This is like the frame, as it were, to your plant for £16.96. So we get 5 of these.
We do.
Saving £30. Do you know, I'd have 2. I'd have one at either side of my entrance to my house. Either I've got in the corners of the garden. I want to frame like my space with this. I really would.
Well, I'm going to walk this round with us when we go to the favourites table because we've got a beautiful camellia that would look amazing in this.
Yeah, that look good.
We've got some fantastic Christmas roses that would look amazing in this as well. In fact, we've got a lavender that would look fantastic in this. So, if you buy 5 of these, we've got 5 different plants. More than 5 different plants on the show today that would all look awesome in these pots. They would.
And you might multi-buy these based on that. So yeah, YGTV 4625 to unlock all these amazing discounted offers and to get free postage and packaging. So 130543 is the item number for this. And we've seen that numerous times. People love these. They do. Good drainage as well. I think you mentioned
that's
that.
important. Yeah, nice drainage holes in the base there. Nice strong rigid pots as well. A nice strong rim around the top of the pot as well. You're not going to pick this up and it turns inside out. This is going to stay looking good for years because it's UV stable and frost resistant.
Well, there you go. Do you know what? We've got lots. We talked about being bare root season, didn't we? We've got a massive orchard collection. So if you really want to get ready for next year, then check out this massive bundle. We have got lots more here. So we've got the fleece you can see on there. You can see the 4 mini bundles, so it's £29.72. So discounted price there, which is amazing. So yeah, YGTV 4625. But yeah, so you got your 4 berry trees, you got your cherries, you got your apple, you got your pear, your conference pears, and your plum Victoria. So it's the favourites really, all in one big collection. So 300069. That is fantastic. So yeah, if it's fruit trees, if it's got the most amazing lavender, we've got Rose of the Week on the show too. We've got plenty. I believe we've been busy this week for that nectarine tree, so also add that into your basket too. That's one of our favourites too. Right, speaking of favourites, this is the legendary favourites table. We talked about adding colour for winter. I don't know about you, I want it more and more. It's not the most prettiest of seasons, is it? I don't think winter. So I think it's so important to get some colour. These are brilliant.
Yeah, Stu's saying that these are going to sell out. So,
these are going to sell out.
Single figures, I'm being told. So if you want this, go for this. You can pre-order after the sellout. There are more coming in, but if
if you want we may have some more coming in at some point, but if you want yours now, I would order and check out. Like it's the next few people literally to click check out on these. Yeah,
I've got 2 of these in my garden. I love them so much. I bought 2. I bought one years ago. I bought one. I got one recently from YouGarden, and it's looking absolutely stunning. And these are beautiful. Now camellias come in such a huge range, and I'm going to be up front with you. Some camellias, in my personal opinion, some of them can be a bit blowersy. A bit garish.
Oh, so I say, blowersy.
Yeah,
genteel.
Almost a bit vulgar sometimes. Some of the really super hybridised ones. But, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But what I love about this one is the simplicity of the flowers. They are just pure perfection. These single, innocent, stunning, dark red flowers with these beautiful stamens in the middle, smothered in buds, evergreen foliage, ridiculously bone hardy. Flowering now. It's going to keep flowering up until Christmas, January, February. They will grow in full sun, part shade. And all they ask of you is one thing in particular. They just need an acid soil. So if in your garden you've got rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias thriving, green and healthy, you can put it straight in the ground. If you're thinking, oh, but I haven't got that kind of soil, do not worry, because you can grow these so easily in a container using ericaceous compost.
Yeah, we've got ericaceous, yeah.
And I said I'd bring this round because this would look stunning.
Honestly, do you know what? That is lovely, Peg. You've got like the classic gold at Christmas, and gold and red look so good together.
Yeah, I mean,
they're perfect.
So you can get a pack of these. We've got a pack of 5 of these pine cone planters, and as I say, I'm going to show you at least 5 different things on the show today that you can use these pine cone planters for. But you know, this is a stunning camellia. It only gets to about a couple of metres tall eventually, nice and slow growing. And of course, camellia, that's exactly the same plant that we grow tea from. Camellia sinensis is the one that we pick the leaves off for tea. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy trying making tea from the leaves of this one.
No.
But don't be...
Might be a bit bitter.
It could be, yeah. Don't be fooled, though, by the delicacy of the flowers, because this is a tough plant. I mean, we've got some cold weather coming this week, but this doesn't worry about the frost, the snow, the cold, the ice. These originate from very cold parts of the world. And they will even flower this time of year. And like Stu said a moment ago, look at the buds in there. I mean, this isn't just like a one-week wonder. This is a shrub that's going to keep going for you. But for me, that pure perfection and purity of those flowers with those yellow stamens and those single deep red petals, no wonder this is low stock. But say, if you want it today, if you want this in the next 3 or 4 days, order it now.
Yeah, it's literally the next handful of people to press check out on this one. You know, to talk about adding colour for Christmas, but the Christmas colours themselves, that is really impressive. It is. And do you know what? I've never known a plant to actually put me in the Christmas spirit. That's never happened before.
That shouts Christmas, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, you're absolutely right. Add in those planters, the pine cone planters, because you're going to introduce a little bit of black and gold into the colour family with this. So yeah, it's on your screen now. The 5 13-inch planters there for £16.96. They have been very busy recently. So yeah, that is an absolute must. Not just for the actual Yuletide, for lots and lots of different plants we've got for you. But there's the camellia, there's the Yuletide. So have a look on the website for that, YouGarden.com. But any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Send us pictures of your gardens too, actually. It's one of my favourite parts of doing these shows. It's not because I'm nosy, I promise. Well, yeah, a little bit, no. Politely nosy, I'm going to put it. We love seeing your gardens and what you guys have been up to.
No, we're just dead nosy. That's the truth of it.
We're honest about that.
We're just
I'm very nosy.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're not going to hang back. We want to see your garden. Show us your garden. We want to see it.
Yeah, this is it. So email us in YGTV@YouGarden.com. Take a picture and send it in. Right, we've also got the alliums now, the drumsticks. These are very special.
Should we try it? Because we both struggle with this one, Charlie. So Sphaerocephalon.
As in, you start off like saying sphere.
Sphaerocephalon. No, we did it. Sphaerocephalon.
Or drumsticks. There we go. It's 100 bulbs for £6.79. That's brilliant.
It is
really good.
And these are such good alliums as well, because these are alliums that will flower late spring into early summer. In fact, Bex has said she's even seen these showing colour in early August. So, and these are tough plants. All they ask of you, alliums, is they like a bright, sunny, well-drained spot, and these will multiply. You'll have 100 one year, probably in 2 or 3 years you'll have 150 of these, and they
that much.
Yeah, they will seed about. In fact, they will spread in 2 different ways. They will spread by producing extra little bulbs underground.
Right.
They'll multiply that way, but also they'll seed. And those seeds will grow kind of little tiny leaves, and within 3 or 4 years they'll be flowering as well. They're adored by the pollinating insects. The bees, the butterflies, the lacewings will enjoy these. And even after they're finished flowering, the seed heads themselves look nice. So don't rush to deadhead these, because the seed heads look very architectural for the rest of the season. The foliage dies down really quickly after they've flowered, so you're not left with weeks or months of leaves to kind of die down. But they will show colour like this for a long, long, long time. And 100 of these bulbs for that discount club price of £6.79.
It's really good. And you might give some to your neighbours. How many would you plant together, by the way?
I mean, I would say, like in a pot about this size.
10 or something?
Yeah, no, I think you probably get about 15 in 15, a pot about that size, thereabouts. Because they've got lovely straight upright stems and they don't have the foliages at the base, so it doesn't really compete with the flowers at the top.
So they all have their own space then, don't they?
Yeah, all have their own space. And I was just laughing about something because I'm just thinking that's £6.79. I mean, if you had one of the vouchers, one of our £5 vouchers, you could actually get all of these for £1.79, which would be just
3p
crazy bonkers.
No, that's ridiculous. That is daft in money, isn't it? There. You know what? We'll show you how to put these into your basket. Okay, so again, the easiest way to shop is YouGarden.com. Even if you've never shopped this before, maybe you just got your first property, then we can start with us. So YouGarden.com, then you click live now, and this is the easiest way, folks, to see all the live deals that Adam and I have got for you on this live show. So you scroll down, we've got that compost. Yes, we're going to be talking about that. We've got those heavy duty pots too, great for your fruit trees. We've also got, speaking of which, we've got the ultimate 4-tree mini orchard collection. We've got the clematis. Oh, we talk about winter colour. That clematis is also gorgeous. We've got the citrus lime trees. We've got some Chelsea winners on the show, some Chelsea finalists actually too. And not to mention, not just Adam, it's also the Snow White, which of course is the rose of the week. That's a beautiful, beautiful crisp white. It's gorgeous. So how do you shop? Well, you click add to basket, then you go to your basket, type in that code though. It's so important because at the moment, look, it's £18.98, 6.99p in bit. I mean, fair enough. But if you type in the code, click apply now, and then you've got that amazing deal. So the prices come down, you get the greatest deal possible on the live show, and you get that free P&P. Total saving of £4, to give you an example here. So that, the alum, the drumsticks we just spoke about, delivered for £7.99. That's really impressive. £7.99, great. And all these, they're ready to plant now.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, get the alliums in the ground. As I say, the only thing with the alliums is full sun, well drained. Stu's just saying super limited stock on the Yuletide now.
It's going to be the first item, the first plant to sell out today. So if you like the Yuletide, go for it. And it's so perfect because, you know, imagine having your garden themed for Christmas. It's beautiful. And that is a proper Christmas red. We're talking about that, you know. You can order on pre-order when it sells out, but if you want to get it home ready, then you do need to get it quickly. Not to put the pressure on, but I know what it's like because I overthink things and I'll get it later. Then it's gone. Then I really want it. But look, Yuletide there is £21.24. That's one of the stars of the show. Now I'm really excited to be here because do you know what? I've been thinking about getting. Well, what can I get my parents for Christmas? They get even harder and harder every year. What do I get them? My dad would love this. The mushroom growing kits.
Yeah, well, I was sharing a memory with you, Charlie. I mean, many years ago when I was about, I think I was on about 8 or 9. That is a long time ago.
About 10 years or so.
I wish. Yeah, I bought a mushroom kit way back then and I had the most amazing result with it. Never forget. I grew white mushrooms. These are the brown coloured mushrooms. It was the easiest thing to grow. Really, really easy. I remember I followed all the instructions and I actually put the whole kit behind the back of the sofa in the living room. And I forgot about it for about a week or so. Finally remembered, looked down the back of the sofa, and there was these amazing, stunning, homegrown mushrooms.
That's so funny there.
I put it behind the sofa because it was cool and it was dark.
At least it was your house. You know? At least it wasn't in rented accommodation.
No. Because normally you don't want fungi in your rented accommodation, do you?
But this type.
These ones, you're going to want to eat. And I remember having kind of, my mum did like a Sunday, full English for us. My dad and I had our own homegrown mushrooms, and they were gorgeous. Yeah. And now these ones are the brown mushrooms. These ones have got more of and I love the brown ones.
I like the more nutty taste.
They are.
Or the brown mushrooms.
Definitely. And you can use these. I mean, you can use these in spag bog. Obviously, you can fry them. You can stews. You can make soup from them.
Imagine your homegrown mushroom soup. Oh, wow.
Yeah, your own. Very. And of course, the thing is, I mean, a lot of people do go out and forage for wild mushrooms, and but really, you've got to really know what you're doing with that because obviously there's dangers, isn't there, if you pick the wrong kind of mushrooms. This, you can grow this in your own home. The mushrooms it produces are safe to eat. They're hygienic. They're clean, and you can get like 3 lots of crops on this as well. And it's very, very easy.
So what else do you need then? Is it all in the kit?
It's all in there. So what I'll do I'll just take it out and show you. So what you've got, basically, you take the cover off, and it's got all its instructions. You've got the full lots of instructions inside. Comes there with the instructions, and all you do is a few simple things. You take this out, and at the bottom here, this is the mycelium. If you like, this is the mushroom roots. So you grow this on for like 3 or 4 days, about I think it's 20 to 25 degrees centigrade. Keep it warm, keep it moist, and then it'll start to sort of come alive. You'll start to see little bits of growth on there. At that point, yeah, you bury it with your substrate. So make some nice holes in this.
So you leave it like that for a bit?
Yeah, keep it like for about 4 or 5 days. Then once you see growth on there, you soak this bag, I think it's in about ½ a litre of water for 30 minutes, punch some holes in it, empty that over the top, and then water again, put your lid back on top, you get your little plastic lid at the base, and then you just wait, and then you'll get your own homegrown mushrooms developing inside.
Because I know mushrooms, they're like a dark kind of atmosphere, so where would you put it? Like, even under the stairs?
You could put it under the stairs, or like I did all those years ago, stick it behind the sofa.
You could literally just do that?
Yeah, just somewhere out there, and just keep it moist, and then you'll start, within a couple of weeks or so, you'll get those sort of mushrooms develop. They develop around the edge to begin with, and when you pick them, don't just pull them straight up, twist and pull. That's the best way to do it. You'll get an initial crop, then leave it, let it be for a little while. You'll get a second and a third crop eventually on these as well.
Honestly, I'm going to get my dad that for Christmas, because he always loved growing things, but it's always a time thing with Dad. But he's going to love that. But do you want to see what a great thing to be able to do with like your kids or the grandkids when they come over? Then they're going to rush to see the progress, and again, it's the process as well as the eating your own homegrown mushrooms, which I think is appealing. So £11 and 4 pence. So 700059. That's for the brown mushroom kit. We have got more varieties available. Now the shiitake, honestly, I want these in like ramen soups and so on. Oh, shiitake mushrooms, stir fries and so on. Do you know what, for £11 and 4 pence, maybe this is the variety you want. It's 700009. We've also got lion's mane's mushroom there.
That's a bit different.
Do you know, if you just search lion's mane mushrooms online and why people use it and why people like it, it's fascinating, the stories behind this. But do you know what, for £16.99, that actually it's very. I know they've been around for years and years and years, lion's mane, but actually they are quite a trendy mushroom at the moment.
They're meant to taste like lobster. Some people say.
Really, I've never had
lobster or crab, and they're quite a meaty kind of mushroom as well. Yeah, they are bizarre looking.
But I've heard them in like food supplements and all sorts. You know, if you go around those health shops and so on, it's fascinating. Honestly, give it a quick Google. But for £14.44 pence, you get the container there. So 700060. That is excellent, absolutely excellent value. Right, okay, right. Mushrooms. Let us know which one you're going for. How would you use your mushrooms? Is it going to be as a full English? I don't think it can beat yours actually. But would it be a mushroom soup? Let us know.
Mushroom omelette.
Mushroom omelette.
Can't beat a nice mushroom omelette, can you?
We're thinking breakfast territory here, aren't we? Yeah. Right. We're also talking now about even more colour in your garden for Christmas, and we're going to do that with this clematis collection. You got a lovely variety here as well.
Yeah, there's three different varieties in here, Charlie, and these 3 varieties are going to give you colour from November all the way through till May. So these clematis are weird in that they do strange things. They're evergreen, but also they flower during the winter.
That's fantastic.
It is brilliant. I mean, we've already brought the Yuletide, the camellia, that's winter flowering. Now we've got 3 different varieties of clematis that are winter flowering through to spring as well. And I've seen these grow in people's gardens. They never need pruning. They're very hardy.
Easy then.
Oh, really easy. There's just 2 or 3 things clematis ask of you. They like a very rich soil. They like a soil that retains moisture.
Okay.
And they like to have their roots in the kind of the shade and their foliage and flowers up in the sun. So they're really good plants for, say, planting at the base of other shrubs or trees, because then they will grow up and through those. They'll have their top part in the sun, they'll have their roots in the shade.
So beds would be great then?
Yeah. I mean, anywhere you can get them to scramble up. There's a customer that I look after where I live, and her neighbour opposite has got a hazelnut tree. and he's grown one of these winter flowering clematis up through the hazelnut tree.
Really? That'd be beautiful.
And in the wintertime, when all the leaves have dropped off the hazel, it's absolutely festooned with masses and masses of these beautiful white
flowers.
flowers.
Winter tree is like a bit of a structure to show off the clematis. So, what a clever idea.
So what you're doing is you're turning that deciduous tree into something even interesting during the winter, because when the hazel loses its leaves, the clematis is still retaining its own leaves. So it keeps that tree a bit semi-evergreen. You get the flower as well. These are very hardy, and they don't really need pruning. You can grow them over arbours, pergolas, trellis, grow them up through other plants, trees, shrubs, as I mentioned. You've got 3 of the gorgeous varieties there in these little pots, really beautifully well rooted. In fact, I'll whip one out for you because we'll show you the root system on these. In fact, I can see the roots on this one actually coming out the bottom of the pot already.
Nice.
Yeah, look at that. I mean,
definitely ready those, aren't they? Yeah.
Fantastic root system on there. Yeah, we haven't just put some cutting in there a couple of weeks ago and then sort of sent it out to you. These are really loved, well grown on plants. So,
as you'd expect from YouGarden, truly, totally.
So if you love clematis, but you've only ever sort of experienced clematis growing during spring or the summer period, well, now with this collection, you can have clematis that are going to flower from November, from this month, December, January, February, March, April.
So right the way through,
right,
really?
Yeah. Some of these will go through till May, and they're evergreen as well. You can see now we're past mid-November. All of them have kept their foliage, and they're really, really healthy, strong, frost-resistant. So once you've planted them in their happy place, there's zero maintenance with these, to be honest.
And I honestly think, when you mentioned all those months, especially around like January, that's when I won't colour in the garden the most. That's when we need colour the most out of every single month of the year, I would say. So you've got those, you've got the cream, the early sensation, the evergreen freckles. So you get those 3. I love the freckles. I mean, I just want to keep looking at that. You've got so much detail in there.
Yeah, the freckles is the evergreen one in particular, and the freckles has got those sort of speckled, like sort of those speckled flowers.
That is magnificent.
Almost like a hellebore flower, to be honest, rather than a clematis. But yeah, just imagine, so you've got 3 of those, so you could kind of grow them in a similar area, and they could all sort of mingle in between each other.
I think so.
With a really good... You could even, if you wanted to, try these in a tower pot. They would probably work quite well.
Oh, really? You
Give it a go.
Couldn't you? I think if you got like a structure, maybe like an archway into your garden or something, or the entrance, it's going to feel Christmassy as soon as you walk in. Good shout out to more people on YouTube. Yeah, Anne's watching, Neil's still watching, Suzanne, hello, Mauricia.
Morning, people. Morning, folks.
Oh, and Mauricia said just bought the camellia. Oh, good choice. Good choice, honestly. They're beautiful. Yeah, the Yuletide. You're one of the last individuals to be able to buy that, actually, Mauricia. So, yeah, you were quick. Good on you. It's one of my favourites on the show, genuinely. We'll have another look at that shortly. But, OK, right, the clematis, well done if you've got that. We've also got the hellebores now. This is also low stock. So you're going to get 3 12-centimetre pots. It is that time of the year. We are thinking Christmas. So I went to London yesterday, and I feel all Christmassy now. Is it too early to get the decorations up? I don't know. It feels like it's definitely started.
All the adverts are on the telly now, aren't they for Christmas, and the shops are starting to get the decks in the windows. And
I've got my turkey. I've got everything. I pulled a cracker this morning. No, steady on. But do you know what, though? It is a nice time to just start thinking a little bit more Christmas now. Get your gardens ready. But why'd you like this one then, Adam? Why'd you like this?
Well, this is a hellebore, and I'm going to give you the pot child actually, because again we're going to suggest this pot for these hellebores as well. This is a hellebore that is always evergreen, all the way through the year. You've got these beautiful, stunning leaves. In fact, if you want, you could drop in the bottom. Sometimes we drop a little container of that in the bottom. And they just elevate that to that perfect level for you.
Should we get all of them in? Why not?
And actually, you can see there, that one Charlie's picking up, that is not a different variety. When the flowers age, they turn this beautiful green. So, I mean, I think that's knockout.
It's like a nice lime green there.
Nice lime green. So they go from that pure white, then the flowers turn green, and even when it's not flowering, you always have the really shiny evergreen foliage. And you could even put 1 or 3 of these. I mean, I'll probably put 1, but you could put 3 in to begin with, and you can, again, get that really lovely Christmassy display. And despite its delicate appearance, this is another one, like the Yuletide, that was not going to bother or worry about the weather. If it turns to -3, -4, -5, this doesn't care. The flowers will withstand the frost. The foliage will withstand the frost. The only thing this plant asks of you is, it just says to you, please don't let me dry out in summer.
Okay.
Just plant me somewhere where I always remain with moisture around my roots during the summertime.
Right, okay.
Other than that, it could be in sun,
So
it could be in
compost would be
shade.
good to help
Compost
with
would
that,
be awesome for that, absolutely brilliant. But you can grow these in shade, you can grow them in sun, you can grow them in part shade. They only ever get to about 12 inches tall. They're flowering now, Charlie, and they'll keep flowering all the way through, possibly to the end of February.
Yeah, really. I mean, this is perfect. So even I think on most things on the favourites table, it's all about colour for Christmas. So maybe you got this in your basket. Maybe you got the Yuletide in there. Maybe you got the allium, the drumsticks. Wow, you've got in just those 3 plants and those 3 orders, you've got, or 1 order, sorry, 1 P&P or 3 P&P if you type in the code YGTV 4625. In that one delivery, you're going to get such a broad range of colour, of structure, of different interests. That's fantastic.
And what I love on this particular table as well, the favourites today, I mean, 3 out of the 5 items are all current for right now. And
Yeah,
3
right
out
now.
of the 5 flower during the winter,
Yeah,
which is awesome. And then, of course, we've got the mushroom kit where you can enjoy your mushrooms indoors right now. I mean,
That's going to be good fun.
Well, I think if you got this started in the next week or so, you'd probably be picking your own mushrooms for Christmas breakfast.
Boxing Day.
Oh, Boxing Day would be good, wouldn't it?
I tell you what, if you've got the in-laws coming round or someone coming, imagine saying, "Oh yes, we grow our own mushrooms here." That's quite flashy. That's really good.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you might also want to add in these planters too, because we've seen these match up and pair up beautifully with various different plants we've already got on the show. This looks great with the Yuletide, because obviously you've got the Christmas colours in the Yuletide, and adding a little bit of Christmas gold in there. It's like a brushed bronzy gold around the outside. This is a really impressive thing. So you're going to get 5 of them. They're 13 inches in diameter, and it's £16.96 again for all 5. So 130543. That is an absolute must. The Yuletide, by the way, speaking of which, we've got just a handful left. A handful. I wish we had more. So you know what? For those who have just joined us, though, why would you be going for this then?
Because I adore the simplicity, but the absolute beauty of these flowers. I mean, deep red single flowers, but look at the stamens in the middle, these bright yellow stamens looking absolutely gorgeous in the middle there. Evergreen foliage, hardy all the year through.
We've got 3 left, not 3,000, 3.
Yeah, really tough plant this as well. This will put up with frost, it will put up with rain, it will put up with snow. It does not worry about the elements. You can grow this in shade, you can grow it in sun, you can grow it in part sun. If you've got acid soil in your garden already, so if you've already got rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias, growing, thriving, looking green and healthy like this plant, put it straight in the ground. If you're thinking, I haven't got that soil, well, you can plant this in ericaceous compost. That's available on our website as well if you want the ericaceous compost. And this pine cone planter, we've got a pack of 5 of these today on the show for you. And one of these pots would be awesome for this for probably the next couple of years or so. It's slow growing, only gets to about a couple of metres tall. This is very typical of the current stock we're sending out to you. This is going to go any minute now. We're down to the last 2 or 3 of these. But it's flowering now, it's covered in buds, and it's going to keep flowering all the way through probably to the end of January, end of February.
Honestly, it's just, if you have to pick a Christmas red, it absolutely would be those flowers. They're beautiful. We will be getting some more back once it sells out, so you will be able to pre-order them very soon. But if you want them sooner rather than later, if you want to secure yours and get this back literally to your house in a few days, then you do need to order it now. Okay, we love it. Right, we've got lots more to go through, so do stay with us. We're here till 12 o'clock, actually, Adam and I. So yeah, keep your pictures coming in. Show pictures of your gardens. I love this. It's so inspiring to see your pictures, because it's just that one little idea could transform someone else's outdoor space. It's amazing to see that.
And I tell you, we've been seeing pictures of lately, Charlie, and we'll see some more if you've got them. Puppies. We've been seeing pictures of puppies recently.
Honestly, or cats. Should we open up to cats as well?
Can do.
Let's not offend our cats. Do you know what though? Yeah, do you know what? Puppies, we love them, more the merrier. But do you know what? Let's give you a bit of a recap of what we've already seen so far. We got plenty. Now, that nectarine, by the way, the flowers, let alone the gorgeous juicy nectarines, are going to be beautiful. They really are. They can get up to like 5 meters, but you can maintain them about 2 or 3 if you're on top of for your pruning and so on. But for £21.24, that is fantastic. So 300298. Now, talking of trees, how about a citrus lime tree? That you can grow this outside or inside. Bring the Mediterranean indoors, bring holiday indoors. But honestly, there's something about it, isn't there? Look, we love variety of trees here, but when you see someone growing their own lime tree, that is impressive. I'm sure lots of people still think it's not possible in the UK, but it totally is. You might want to bring it indoors or bring it a little bit of winter protection, but for £25.49, that is fantastic. You're saving £10 there. So again, free postage and packaging. Just make sure you type in the code YGTV 4625. Right now, we've also got the drumstick, the allium. Wherever you're getting, we recommend putting this into your basket. It's £6.79 for 100 bulbs. 100. Right, 600137, and our pollinators absolutely love these. So if you want to attract more bees and so on into your garden, this is going to be great. But right, talking about Christmas colours or talking about adding colour into these gloomy, maybe winter months, then how about this, the winter clematis? This is going to be flowering, well, pretty much throughout the winter. You're going to have the cream, the early sensation, the evergreen freckles. This one here, the freckles, that's my absolute favourite. There's so much interest here, and it's the sort of flower when you're walking past it, you just want to just look at it for ages. There's so much detail, wow. But they are pretty, and together, you make them together, yeah, I think they look gorgeous in the one place. So 550372, that's a winter clematis. Right, now talking about, you know, it's lovely seeing these, it's lovely eating these. I never have eaten these, but I normally buy brown mushrooms when I'm in shops and so on, the nutty kind of taste. But to taste your own homegrown mushroom, that's going to be great. But yes, it's about the eating, it's about, well, for me anyway, but also it's about the process, about watching these grow. It's a little experiment. Maybe it's something for you, your kids, or maybe, I don't know, maybe the grandkids come around for Sunday lunch and they can't wait to see the progress of the mushrooms. So if you get these now and get cracking with it, you could well be having your mushrooms this Christmas. Imagine Christmas Eve breakfast or Boxing Day breakfast. You can serve you and your family your own homegrown mushrooms. So if you crack on and plant them now, then you absolutely could do. But it's £11.04. So that's for the brown mushrooms. If you go to the website, YouGarden.com, do you like shiitake mushrooms? Oh, I just think stir fries, ramen soups and all sorts. Perfect time of the year for this. But for £11.04, you might want this one. It's 700009. Now the lion's mane, honestly, I read about these. I've heard about these in like podcasts and all sorts. Lion's mane, have a quick search. It's fascinating what people believe in these. It's £14.44, and that's in the 4-litre container. So 700060. Now the hellebores, people love these too. Have a look on the website also for these. They're really impressive. This is the Christmas rose. It's low on stock though. Low on stock, so this could be one of the other items that's going to sell out today. So it's £19.54 for your discounted price. So yeah, YGTV 4625. That gives you the best deals on this live show, on these live items, and of course free postage and packaging. We love that. Now the Yuletide. This is, I think it's like the headliner of the show. It certainly feels like it. So it arrives to you in a 50cm pot, but I think for £21.24, you get that gorgeous foliage, that glossy green foliage. It's quite a deep green, and of course it's the Christmas colours that we love. So it's the it's the white and the red, and also if you are going to go for those planters, the pine cone planters, then yeah, you're going to get a little bit of black and gold in there too. But this is, I would say, this is one of the most urgent items on the show. So 510818. Right, now lots of the plants we've already seen today, Adam, is going to be perfect for this compost.
It is, because this compost really is the start of everything, because if you think about it, what supports nearly every plant on the planet is the soil that the roots grow in.
Yeah, this is it.
So, you know, you need to give everything the best start in life, and this compost will cover pretty much everything. House plants, fruit, vegetables, seeds, cuttings, plug plants, improving the soil in your garden, topping up containers. You can even mix this with sand in the spring and use it as a lawn dressing to improve your lawn as well.
Wow.
I mean, such an incredible compost. It comes in these plain bags. Stu always says the value is in the bag, not on the bag.
It totally is there.
And the reason it comes in these plain bags is because we don't have to put all that gobbledygook on there. You go to the garden centre.
Yeah, there's no need. It's tried and tested. Yeah.
That's the thing, Charlie. I mean, you
There's a
go
lot
to
of marketing budget goes into the bags and all that. You know, when you go around those supermarkets, they all look quite flashy on the bags. You don't need it. This feels to me, it looks like to me like a little gardener's secret, like an industry secret. It really does.
Yeah, so true on that, because
you can feel the difference as soon as you touch this.
When you go to the garden centre, they try and get you to buy with your eyes by putting all that stuff on the bags and stuff.
All these claims on the bag.
Yeah, all these claims. Yeah. With ours, you buy this because of the 5-star reviews. I mean, they say it all. This is our most 5-star rated, reviewed, revered, loved, venerated, worshipped product, I even say. And it's a brilliant formulation, this one. It's simple, but it's perfection. And it's a peat-reduced compost. It has been for a long time, even before it became fashionable for other brands to do it. We only use a small bit of peat, and even some of that we use is made from renewable sources using sphagnum moss, and that helps to hold on to the moisture. It keeps his compost nice and moisture retentive all the time, but you need that perfect balance of not too wet, not too dry. You can see the fibrous look on top of this compost. That's the composted wood fibre. That keeps the compost nice and open and airy. It lets the air get down to the roots. Roots grow underground, they still need air and oxygen. It allows the water to percolate through, and also it allows those roots to get down into the ground and create this fabulous root system that Charlie's showing you here.
To me. It says it all, you know, because which would we rather want? Which is going to give you more bold colours, better growth, more flowering? It's bound to be the top one there.
Absolutely.
It's bound to be.
That is the best starting. If you imagine this was kind of your veins and your arteries and your kind of lymphatic system inside your body, well, you'd want a really healthy.
I hope I'm like that.
That's what you'd want, don't you?
That's what I hope.
And if you create roots like that on your plant, that plant has got the best start in life. There's a slow release fertiliser in this. You see lots of little beads in this, different coloured beads. They will feed your plant for up to 6 months. There's a wetting agent. So even if this compost does dry out, it's very easy to rehydrate. It's nice and pH balanced, it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline. And by the way, if you do want an ericaceous version of this, there's one available on the website for you. You might not want that for the Yuletide, for example. But this is so good for so many different plants. I've used bags and bags, your bare roots that you're going to be planting. Mix some of this in with the soil before you put the soil back around your bare root plants. Don't go buying bulb fibre. You don't need bulb fibre. This just covers bulbs. This will do bulbs. This will do cuttings. This will do potting on. This will do your seeds.
To rule them all.
Do you know what, Charlie? That is exactly it. For instance, this year I grew all my bedding plants from seed right up to the stage of planting them in the garden.
Okay.
Now, years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, they would have said, well, first of all, you need a seed compost to grow the seeds.
Right.
Then
so your shed's full of all sorts of different bits.
And then they'd say you need a potting on compost to pot them on.
Right, wow.
And then they'd say you want another compost for transplanting them into the garden. You don't need that anymore.
Complicated.
You just need this. This is all you need throughout your garden, throughout your greenhouse, for your house plants. Look at the 5-star reviews. If you've not bought this before, talk to everybody else in the chat. Loads of people watching today have used this. They've become compost snobs. They will never use anything else.
I'm a snob
and I won't.
now. I'm proud to say I'm a compost slob, seriously. Because I think I said slob there. I meant snob.
We know what you meant.
Do you know that? I honestly think, because I have bought stuff from the garden centres, and actually the smell of it leaked in the boot of my car once. It took me a long time to get rid of that smell. It's quite unpleasant. And it was like wet. It was just like mud. It was so different to this. So if you're curious how this is going to help your plants, then buy it. Absolutely go for it. For £21.23, you're going to get 2 50-litre bags. That's excellent. Really excellent.
Delivered straight to your door.
Yeah.
I mean,
right, do you know what? We've got lots more people watching, so thanks so much. Oh, Mauritius's been in touch. Are we talking about, you've either named a plant or you've named your pet. I think is it Hermione? Hermione. Sorry, I didn't know that's how you spelt it. Hermione. It's a lovely name, that. So we'll show you, hopefully see some pictures soon. Mauritia, thank you very much. More people have bought the Yuletide. Good choice, guys. Good choice, because we've got a handful, about 2 or 3 left, so well done if you got that. And send us pictures once you've got it planted. We'd love to see it. Especially around Christmas time.
It's a real joy, that plant.
It is. I've known a plant to get me in the festive spirit.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay, so yeah, YGTV 4625 just before you check out to get the free P&P. Right now, do we need some what?
I did double take then.
I thought, did I just hear that? Do I need? No, I'm all right, thanks. Right. Oh, I see what you mean. Do we need some manure? Right. So £15.29. I do need to grow up. We do. Right. 100148. This is a 50 litre bag of manure. Right. So. You know what? I haven't actually seen this for a while, but I know people swear by this. Where would you use this? I know Sean's a big fan of it.
Definitely when you're transplanting or planting bare root.
Really? So bare root. Right. Do you know what? Let's see where Sean uses his farmyard manure around his garden.
So I'm just adding some of our professional farmyard manure to this area. The reason I'm doing it is because I've got this huge eucalyptus. In a nutshell, it zaps every bit of moisture and nutrition from this entire area. So it's really difficult to grow things underneath it. This makes a huge difference. So first of all, it really improves the texture of the soil. If you've got maybe heavy soils, it can really help in terms of drainage. And also just things like whatever you're planting, when you actually add this, it just allows those roots to get so much more in terms of nutrients. Now, it's very rich in NPK, your nitrogen, your phosphorus, your potassium. That's going to help with the total development of the plant. And actually, healthier plants mean that they're far more disease resistant as well. Also, as I mentioned, improves texture of the soil. So you've got heavy soil, it can help improve drainage. Funny enough, it also suppresses weed growth as well. It makes the soil a little bit more opaque, so it's harder for weeds to grow. Another advantage, it improves microbial activity, so everything that's happening inside it is also boosted. There's just so many wins of actually adding this to your soil. Great if you've got raised beds and you're growing crops, you know, your fruit and veg. Great in container planting as well. And you'll be pleased to know there is no nasty smell. This manure has been really, really well broken down, so it just smells like regular compost. And I tell you what, I know that if I do this whole area, I will be able to grow some really, really nice plants, and they're going to be so much more healthy and so much more vigorous.
And that's Sean with his manure. Do you know what? So it goes a long way, 50 litres, actually.
It does.
It can do.
And so you cannot beat horse poo for improving your soil.
Right.
It's just
It's a
brilliant.
classic.
It is, yeah. I mean, donkeys years ago, when there was horse and carts, people used to run out in the street and like scoop it up behind the horses because it's
fighting over horse.
They did, yeah.
Horse poo.
When my dad was
They were
alive,
the days, weren't they?
yeah. But when my dad was alive and I was a kid, I used to help my dad on the allotment, and every year we used to get these thumping great big mounds of horse manure delivered.
Right.
And I think it's one of the best things that you can use in your soil, to be honest.
Honestly, it's impressive. And don't forget, whether you're buying the manure or if you're buying compost or any of the plants here, free postage and packaging. And you haven't got to be a member of anything, even if you've just joined us and watched us for the very first time. Maybe just come across us live here on YouTube on this Sunday morning. Type in the code YGTV 4625 when you check out at YouGarden.com, and your P&P will be reduced to zero. And it unlocks all these amazing offers we've got for you today. The compost, speaking of which, by the way, 2 50-litre bags. Again, getting that delivered. You haven't got to cart that into the car park or into the boot of your car, up your driveway. You haven't got to walk around the garden centre with that. Delivered to your door for £21.25. So yeah, add in the compost tip. Right, we've had lovely emails come in. Now I believe it's not a competition, but it's the first person we've had in today is Alison. Thanks so much to Alison.
Hi, Alison.
He says, morning all. Apparently, you're normally first, Alison. Good on you. We love your passion. Thank you. He says, morning all. A few photos of plants hanging onto colour in our garden. The standard hydrangeas, not sure which ones. The winter jasmine, then the winter jasmine's hanging on. Then the wallflowers still looking good, although they have been mainly yellows, but still nice. But let's have a look here. Oh, these are gorgeous.
There's so many things flowering late this year, or early.
They are. We've got some pictures. There we go. Oh, Alison, thank you.
There they are, looking good. And they will double flower for you, these ones. So they've got a little bit of flower now, as we promised. Looking beautiful, lovely yellow colour. You can deadhead those if you want in another week or so's time. And then you should get another lot of flowers April, May next year on those.
That's great. So, John, we've got more here. There we go. Oh, yeah. There's so much here.
Isn't that nice? This is what we say. Always leave your hydrangea heads on. Don't be in a rush to take them off because they will keep changing colour.
Yeah, when do you know then?
Well, normally, I finally removed mine probably about mid-spring. That's
right, okay.
Just above a nice pair of fat buds. and then they will flower for you.
So that's what you're looking for?
Yeah.
I get you. Oh, I love this. I love an agapanthus, I really do.
They're
big, aren't they?
They are. They are lovely, and they are flowering later than ever this year because it's been so mild.
Joe, I'm glad you said that because I was worried about mine. I actually thought they were goners, but someone said because I saw the foliage on the base, so that meant they're still healthy and alive.
Yeah,
it just takes a while. The year of agapanthus, it was a weird year, wasn't it, weather-wise?
Well,
it's the hottest one. It's a hot start
ever recorded. Yeah,
it was a thing, wasn't it? Yes.
And then we've had, I think November's probably going to pan out to be one of the mildest Novembers ever recorded. Even though we're getting a dip next week, I think it'll average out to be an exceptionally warm November. Yeah,
I think so. It doesn't feel that cold yet. I'm on edge there. I'm waiting. It can't be like this forever. But do you know what, though? Thanks so much to Alison. These pictures are beautiful. We really, really appreciate it.
That's
loving it. We've had more come in as well. So Mauricia, morning again to Mauricia. These look great. These are sent earlier on in the show. Oh, look at this. But I like the planters here actually as well. They look really good. Bear with. Here we go.
Oh, they're kind of. I think they're
cool.
Yeah, I think they're a type of Nemesia, which again they shouldn't really be flowering now.
Oh, Mauricio, whatever you're doing.
To be honest,
you're doing a cracking job.
But yeah, the way it is these days. And if you get a mild winter, you can actually get those to go all the way through, and they'll carry on for you next year. So we kind of. I don't know. We get to the point sometimes where we're enjoying plants from 3 different seasons. All at the same time, simultaneously.
Yeah, honestly, there is. It's amazing what you guys have been up to. Amanda has been in touch. He says, hi, Stu and team. Here's a few pics, including my Arthur Bell from the Glamour Berry roses I got earlier in the year. It's orange on my pine berry, still flowering. Amanda, well, let's take a look at some of these. These are great. Oh, the hellebore, they're first off. They're fantastic.
Looking good.
Beautiful.
Rose is still going there, look.
Yeah.
Looking nice.
Yeah,
colourful
love that.
buds. Even now, even mid-November.
Let's zoom into that. These are stunning.
They are. They're beautiful, aren't they? Contrasting nicely against the fence there.
That doesn't look. That looks AI, but it's not. But that is so vivid. That looks brilliant. Honestly. Oh, thank you. Honestly, the flower.
Oh, look at this one.
Oh, come on.
That's the Arthur Bell. I love the raindrops on there. That gives it.
That's an award-winning photo.
Yeah,
surely that has to be.
That's like a catalogue photograph, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm
not just being polite. I would literally have that framed.
And
honestly, Amanda, apparently you sent in previous pictures that also was good. That honestly, that is.
And you know the weird thing, Charlie, is we are not looking at this picture in mid-June. We're looking at this picture in mid-November.
Mid-November, yeah, we got more here. Honestly, that last picture, I'd have that as a puzzle or something. But use it as a jigsaw, put it back together. I'd frame that one. I really would.
The old pine berries there, look, with their lovely pink flowers, looking good.
Yeah, these are really nice. Honestly, all of your emails, thank you so much. It's one of our favourite time of the show. We'll read some more out later on. We're here for about another hour and a half. And the hour's gone already. It flies by, doesn't it? Right, so what should we look at next? And we've got plenty in front of us.
Yeah, these are our bare root.
Orchard collection. So we get 4 here, don't we?
Yeah, and we've got 4 of your classic varieties. You've got your Cherry Stella, you've got your Braeburn, you've got your Conference, and you've got Victoria Plum. So each one of these is world renowned in its own right as the variety that's in this mix of 4 bare root. Just think about this. Discount club price, £29.72.
Yeah, £7.43 a tree was that? £7.43 a tree delivered for that price. For a tree. It's amazing that. And so they arrive at like this sort of height then?
This is it. What you see is what you get. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump ahead a bit because if you don't understand bare root, I could be, I'll well forgive you right now if you're saying, why is that idiot pulled this out the ground and he's got all the roots dangling in the air? How on earth does he think this is going to survive? Well, this is the fantastic thing about bare root. You can lift the plants like this. This time of year, they're dormant, they're not growing, so they don't even know they've been lifted. And you can replant them, and you will replant them, and they will grow away next spring, and they'll never know they've been moved. They will not be bothered. Now, you can ignore me and not bother getting these, or you can go off to the garden centre, March, April, May next year, and you can buy one of these growing in a pot, and you can pay perhaps £35 for one of these grown in a pot. All 4 of these, £29.72. It's bonkers. £7. Was it £7.44? You said,
£7.43. Yeah.
43. £7.43 per plant delivered
for a fruit tree.
For a fruit,
it's incredible.
And not a diddly fruit tree. So we're going to run through, we've got the Braeburn apple in this collection, developed in New Zealand or bred in New Zealand. Probably one of the world's most favourite apples, Braeburn. Crisp, crunchy.
It's a good all-rounder at Braeburn. You know where you are with a Braeburn apple.
You do. Yeah, they're never woolly, they're never soft.
No, they're not.
And you have that sweetness, but you also have that little bit of tartness
not too
as well.
sweet, are they? Yeah. Honestly, these are the ones we normally go for, actually. So we've got the pear conference. Yeah.
Famous conference pear. Again, one of the world's most renowned varieties of pear. And look at these. I mean, these are small trees, but you get full-size fruit. Look at those. And this was Angela.
Is that,
our friend Angela.
We know those hands, famous gardening hands.
Yeah. And this was in her garden. In Peterborough, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she grew these. She had a little walled bit in her garden down the side, and proof there. You know, and not just a few widdly pears as well. Loads of really, really good pears on there.
So in one delivery here, one order for just under £30, you're going to have your cherry tree, your apple tree, your pear, your plum. That's all that variety in one order. And it's really good.
And not any old names. I mean, we've got the Victoria Plum, we've got the Stella Cherry, all of those.
Yeah,
Cherasteli,
they're well known.
Apple Braeburn, Pear Conference, Plum Victoria. You know that quiz thing they have on the TV, that show called Pointless?
Oh, yes.
And you've got to pick a pointless answer. Well, I tell you what, if you used any of these four as an answer, you're not going to
win.
Because
you're not going to do
I reckon
well.
if you asked 100 people, name an apple that you really love.
Braeburn, yeah.
I bet Oodlesome would say Braeburn.
Name a nation's favourite pear, decent pear, conference.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the only
or
ones.
plum.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is the thing. And it's just the quality of the plants we've got here as well. I mean, these are stunning. Now, just a quick, I think we're going to see a bit of VT in a minute, but just actually,
we're going to show you how to plant.
I won't show you how to plant them. Then I'll let Bex show you.
Well, we will do.
Ready?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
And it is easy. And don't forget, you can have them delivered for no P&P as well. So delivered for £29.72, £7.43 per tree is just fantastic. How high can these sort of get then?
These are, because basically these have been grafted. So that's why you've got this sort of slightly kind of off-centre bit at the base, because this is the rootstock.
Okay.
And this is the bit that's actually grafted on top. And this acts like a gastric band, this bottom bit.
Oh, does it?
It stops the top part getting tall. So these are...
It's a good analogy, that. I know exactly what you mean.
These will get to perhaps a couple of metres, 2.5, perhaps 3 metres max. So if you imagine a normal apple tree that could get 4, 5, 6, 7 metres, these will always stay compact. So Bex is going to show us now what you need to do with these once you get them home.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Here at YouGarden, we provide lots of bare root fruit trees. We've got all the classics. We've got the apples, we've got the pears, we've got the plums, but we've also got those soft fruit varieties as well. We've got sweet cherries, we've got peaches, we've got apricots. But for a real talking point, what about our duo fruit trees, where you can grow 2 varieties on 1 tree? They're so easy to plant as well. This is your bare root. Now, the reason to have bare roots and to buy bare roots is because it's incredibly cost effective. It's really cost effective for us to send these in the post, which ultimately makes it really cost effective for you as a gardener. Now, one of the great benefits of these bare root trees is that they never get too big. Which means if you've got a smaller garden, you can grow these. You don't need acres of land. You can even grow these in a pot on a patio if you want to. It also means you can pretty much always reach those fruits from standing height without having to get onto ladders. The reason they don't get too big is because they have been grafted onto what we call this miniature rootstock. That restricts the height of the plant, meaning that we can grow them in those smaller spaces. We can always reach the fruits. And if we need to, we can net the top to stop the birds getting at them. Now, this is how your bare root fruit tree is going to arrive. The roots will be wrapped. That just helps to keep them moist. Once you get hold of it, what you need to do is unwrap those roots, and then you're left with this root ball here. In order to plant your bare root fruit tree, all you need to do is put this into a bucket of water to soak overnight, give it a really good drink, and then you're ready to plant. We recommend, first of all, our heavy-duty pots, if you're not putting these into the ground, and, of course, our premium professional compost, because it's filled with so much goodness, your trees will adore it. Once you've got it planted, whether it's in the ground or in a pot, all that's left to do is to give it a really good drink. Keep it well watered. In springtime, you will start seeing all of that beautiful blossom appear. And then, of course, your fruits will start to come. Within a couple of years, you'll start getting really good crops. And, of course, you'll get them for decades to come.
Do you know what? When we think about the price, each tree works out to be less than £7.50 each delivered. That is fantastic. Fantastic. I would say it's the nation's favourite varieties too.
They are.
They are the ones people know, aren't they? So you're going to get the Stella Cherry, the Braeburn Apple, the Conference Pear and the Victoria Plum. So 300069. Now, we've got these heavy-duty pots. I'll put them over here. But they're good for a variety of things. But planting, obviously, fruit trees, they're a big, well, very popular for that.
Yeah, I'll whip one out for you because these are UV stable, so they're not going to go crispy and sort of brittle.
Yeah, they can get brittle, some of the
crack.
plants, yeah.
That's not going to happen with these. Obviously, super frosty. Look at the drainage holes as well there. Beautiful drainage holes there. In the bottom and on the sides. But watch this. Watch my knuckles.
Oh, so you don't need pot feet then? No.
Look, I'm actually really giving it some on these handles. These handles are so well fixed on. These are not going to come off, unlike those kind of cheaper ones, those flimsy.
Yeah, you wouldn't risk it with those, would you?
Side.
No, you wouldn't.
And so many uses on these, Charlie. We use these at work for putting bark and gravel between plants when we've done a planting scheme.
Oh,
and then we can use it to decant the gravel, the bark out in between. You can use them for storage, like Sean showed you there, harvesting. Put your logs in if you've got a log burner.
Yeah, bring them into the house.
Yeah.
Every single garden can find this. Every single household is bound to find use for this. And, it is just easy. And, maybe you are, but maybe things aren't winter hardy. It's actually easier to bring in and out the shed for winter protection and so on. Having those handles, really handy to for £16.97 for 4 of them. So 130011. That's great. You're saving £8 there. Do you know what? I think every single show I've mentioned those, and for good reason. They're very popular. People come back to buy more of those. Really good, yeah, for all year round. Right, it's not just any rose next. This is Rose of the Week, and the name takes me back to Disney films. It really does.
Absolutely,
I used to watch.
yeah.
I love them. So Snow White. It's a great name.
Yeah, it's not a dwarf. It's not a dwarf rose though. This one. It's actually a kind of. It's actually sort of quite a higher sort of rose, this one. It gets about sort of 60 to 80 centimetres tall, so it's compact. Also, it's a floribunda, which means you'll get clusters of flowers on the ends of those stems. I know they're only single at the moment, but actually there's 2 or 3 coming to the side there. What is weird though, as well, I can't believe in the middle of November I'm pointing out rosebuds on a rose.
I know, right? It's bizarre.
I need to remember it's only 5 or 6 weeks till Christmas. If it stays mild, those buds could make it, but you could always cut them and bring them indoors. But what you've got here is a really lovely rose with pure white flowers, a darker centre to it, a medium fragrance, and a rose. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just divine? And that's going to flower month after month after month. They're going to start flowering in June, late June, and it's going to repeat flower right the way up until, well, mid-November. Because
really?
We've got living proof in front of us.
Yeah, there you go.
That in a super mild autumn, roses can keep going. You've got that glossy green, healthy foliage on this one. And this rose is compact enough to grow in a pot or a container. But of course, you can grow it in the garden as well. It's our current Rose of the Week. Just make sure when you plant it, that the little knuckly bit or the union at the base is finally at least 1 inch to 2 inches below the soil level. So this
above it.
Below, yeah. This bit here,
yeah,
needs to be at least 2 inches below, 1 inch to 2 inches below the final soil level.
Below, right? Okay.
Yeah, and that's important for.
That's the union. That bit.
Yeah, that's the union there. That's where the rose has been budded onto the rootstock. Because basically, these roses again are 2 separate plants. What is on top is different to what is underneath. The bottom part would be like a wild rose variety, and then the top bit is the actual variety you want. And then by magic, by witchcraft, as Stu calls it, the 2 are joined together. They then become one plant.
It's incredible, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
That's one of my first jobs when I left school was rose growing, and I was fascinated by it. So by planting that under the ground, what you'll do is you'll actually prevent the suckers developing from the rootstock, but also it makes the rose really nice and stable.
Right.
In fact, when we used to get to the end of the budding season, we got a little bit bored, and we had loads of these little eyes left over that we budded with. We used to put 3 or 4 different varieties on one root. And you'd actually have a rose and have yellow, red, white.
So you can really get creative.
And purple flowers on the one rose.
But Rosebury, it's a magnificent, honestly, it's another world, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's a sight. And Harkness, who bring us our roses, you know, they are an incredible company. They've not been using pesticides for years, and they select their roses through natural selection. So they'll start off with thousands of one type of rose, and over the years they keep whittling them down until they find that, you know, the one that kind of 7 or 8 years.
Can they really? They can take...
It takes that long. So they get to the point where that rose has got, you know, really good disease resistance, it's got vigour, it flowers well, it's hardy, all those kind of things. So that's where, you know, when you buy a Harkness rose, you know, you're buying a real high-end quality rose. And these are all grown on in our pots and containers, just ready to go. And that price, £30, well, you can see that our RRP is normally £30. That's not normally...
Not far off half price, really.
Yeah. So that's a phenomenal price.
There you go, and with the discount club price, £15.29. That is so good. You know, I know it might be a basic thing for me to say, but when it comes to white, it's just so easy to fit into a garden. You haven't got to worry about colour clashes. And maybe some people do worry about that, some people don't. But white is just easy to fit in. It always looks purposeful. It always looks well placed, I think.
Classic, really,
Classic, isn't it? In the club, £15.29. How about that? Right, we've got more though on the show. This is the Amarose. It's a very different type of rose, though.
Yeah, these are kind of more ground-hugging roses. These are ground cover roses, in fact. And also, when you see the pics of these, you'll actually think to yourself, oh, that's nice. They've put a couple of different varieties in here for us. We've got a nice mix. But what the weird thing about these roses is, Charlie, is the flowers change colour distinctively depending on the age of the flower. So you can end up with some flowers that are a pinky colour, there you go, and some that are an apricot colour. And this will happen on...
That's the transition, then? Oh, really?
And that will happen on exactly the same plant. They only get to about sort of 50 centimetres tall or so. So you could use these as a hedge down the side of a path. You could put these as a hedge at the front of a border with taller plants behind. You can even grow them in a container, and they will flower for month after month after month. And not necessarily even in flushes, that they'll kind of flower in such a way that almost any day you step outside, you will see some flower on these roses from June right up until late summer, even into early autumn. And I think for me, it's just that beautiful combination of that colour change of that flower.
Which is always more interesting. Like the next day, then look forward to the next day, so one after that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So there we go. So 3 in 14 centimetre pots. So that's £21.22 for the discount club price. If you're not a club member, it's £10 to become one for the year. £10 for the year. So in the first few orders, you're bound to get your money back. You could well do. So yeah, 531245. They're saying it's better than a gym membership, which I honestly, I need to cancel mine. I've been thinking about cancelling it for 6 months now. I've been once. It cost me about £200 to run on a belt for 10 minutes. So honestly, that's what it works out to be. But how much I pay for a month, based on the amount of times I go a year, yeah, it's not good value. Anyway, right now, when it comes to lavender, I've got a few varieties. This is amazing. I've never seen so many flowers. Mine don't get like that at all. This is gorgeous.
This is lovely, this variety. It's got those dark, rich colours, flowers for a long, long time. You've got that super, super fragrant foliage. And of course, lavender you can do so many things with. You can use it to make things with. I've had lavender ice cream, lavender biscuits.
You can get creative in the kitchen with lavender.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, you can make those little lavender bags, potpourri, natural fragrance. All lavender asks of you, it's a few simple things. It wants full sun, it wants really, really brilliant drainage, and it likes a nice open position. If you can find that position for it, you'll be rewarded by evergreen foliage, weeks and weeks, if not months, of these beautiful purple flowers, bringing in the pollinating insects, and giving you fragrance from the foliage and from the flowers as well.
Oh, I can see on my fingers now. That is everything you want from the scent of lavender. It's almost a classic. Do you know, I can't believe it. It just seems really robust and really broad, don't they? It's a really tough one, this. So I have some that just don't look like this, but the flowering you get, wow.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed.
Because sometimes you can see lavenders like this in these size pots and you just get like a little wiggly stem in the middle.
Yeah, you do.
That's already multi-branch and that will definitely flower for you in 2026. As I say, put it in the right position. Of course, you can grow this in a pot as well. They love being in pots because they adore the drainage and they like all the lovely warm roots where they warm up in the pot. After it's flowered, just trim it down to about a centimetre or so into the original foliage. Leave it, new shoots will come through, and next year it will flower for you all over again.
So honestly, every time I'm here, I'm genuinely amazed with the price. If I was in one of my local garden centres and I picked that up, I would not think £8.49 for that.
Such a nice fragrance. It's uplifting, isn't it?
It is uplifting, yeah. Well, people say it has calming properties and all sorts, you know, obviously do your own research there, but that it's just everything I want from lavenders. It's a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like the stereotypical classic lavender scent you get from that. So, yeah, 511754. Right, OK, we've got something that's already popular, actually. And this is a great collection. We've got more bulbs now. Yeah,
we've got 35 miniature daffodils. Now, I'm doing a little squeeze. I'm looking for squidgies.
Right.
No squidgy bulbs.
No.
Which is a really good thing. Let's do the smell test. No.
What are you looking for there?
I'm looking for mildewy, mouldy kind of smells.
Right, so none of that.
Nothing like
that.
We
don't want that. We don't want
All
that.
our bulbs are kept in the dark, in cold storage, so they're not squidgy, they're not soft, they're not smelly. And you're getting 35 of these really beautiful, chunky bulbs. Now, I never used to be a big fan of mixed daffodil selections until this year.
Oh, right.
And then I've become a convert. I'll tell you why. Last year, I was making a video for another company I worked for, and I needed to rush out and get a bag of daffodil bulbs. I went to a place up the road for me. They had a bag of mixed bulbs, used them for the video. I was going to give them away or throw them away because I really didn't want them.
But you really didn't like
I did, honestly. But I planted them, and what I loved about it and why I'm a convert is because rather than kind of one variety that flowered and went over all in one time, it kept going. I had an extended season.
So you felt like you got more value for money, essentially.
Yeah, I've got more bang for my buck from that bag of mixed bulbs than if I'd have gone for one specific type. And then another thing, a great thing about these miniature bulbs as well is, if you've got a very windy, open, exposed garden and your daffodils get snapped off in those March gales, these only get about so tall. So you can put them in window boxes, troughs, pots, hanging baskets, beds and borders. You can even naturalise these in lawns. And what I mean by that is, if you want them to come up in grass looking nice and natural, grab a handful of bulbs, do like a bit of an underarm bowling action, let the bulbs go, and where they land on the grass, that's where you want to plant them.
So that looks natural. That's a good method, that, actually.
Yeah, and they'll come back for you year after year. They'll divide, they'll multiply. And of course, daffodils, I mean, they practically grow on a washing line, don't they? So you can plant them pretty much anywhere in the garden. Rockeries, as I say, anywhere apart from really shady spots. And they're tough plants. 35 beautiful mixed bulbs in there for you. Going to give you all those lovely displays for weeks and weeks come next spring.
You get lots. Again, 35 of them for £7.64 if you're a club member, and deliver for that price. Make sure you add that code to get free postage and packaging. YGTV 4625, so 600 317. Joe, we've got. Oh, we talk about variety. There is something for everyone here. There really, really is. We've got bulbs, bare roots, we've got evergreens, we've got rose of the week, we've got fruit trees, we've got all sorts. Right, yeah, perennials, we've got a lot. Now, we've got the alliums now, haven't we? The pink jewel.
Yeah, and these, I mean, you know, talk about pretty and pink.
Lovely pink, these ones.
That is so unusual for an allium, pink alliums.
I know, right?
I've not really seen pink alliums before. I mean, you know, we've seen purple alliums, yellow with the allium molly, white alliums, but now look at this variety. And what I think is so delightful about these particular flowers is they've got those little green buds in the middle. So you've got the pink with the green. These get to about sort of 70 to 80 centimetres tall, and these are going to be staggering, really different, really unusual, because a pink allium is not a thing you see very often.
No.
We saw the first pink agapanthus this year. Well, if you...
That's the first time I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah, so if you got in with that and you want to be some of the first people to get pink alliums, then go for these. 3 really lovely chunky bulbs in there. They're going to definitely flower for you in 2026, no doubt at all. And like we said with the drumstick ones as well, all alliums ask of you is a really lovely, super sunny, well-drained spot. Don't put them in shade, don't put them in wet, heavy soil. But they actually grow very well in poor soils. So if you've got sandy, gravelly, stony, really denuded kind of soil, they're very happy in that sort of soil. They'll love it. They'll thrive. And they will multiply, they will divide. So enjoy stunning pink alliums, sort of May, June next year, and possibly be one of the first people in your street or your family or your neighbourhood to have pink alliums, rather than purple.
Joe, pink's is an important colour this year, isn't it? Pink agapanthus. We've got more pink coming up later as well. So we've got some Chelsea winners coming up. So do stay with us. So this is the pink jewel, though. This is the allium for £8.49. So that's 3 large bulbs. So 600552. This is gorgeous. Joe, we've got lots more. So we're here on your screens for about another hour and 10 minutes or so, until 12 o'clock. So please send us some more emails, any questions on YouTube, whatever's easiest for you. It's important for us to know that you're happy. Now, talk about alliums, the drumsticks, the spherocephalon, I know. Right, it's £6.79. How rich and deep are these colours? They are stunning. There's an opulence to these, they really are. So 600137, as you can clearly see, our pollinators absolutely love these. Get more bees into your garden, get more life. So yeah, add that code in, get that, unlock that discount, and get that delivered to your door if you're a club member for £6.79. I still can't believe I'm saying this. 100 bulbs. You know, if you're going for the pine cone planters, you might want to put, I don't know, let's say 15 or so in there. You're going to have so much left over. So, yeah, if you haven't got more questions, keep them coming through. Now, talk about clematis. Sometimes we often think clematis for, you know, like summer in the warmer months, but this could be colour throughout winter. And you get 3 different varieties here. So you're going to get the cream, the early sensation, and my favourite there, the evergreen freckles. They're gorgeous. Yeah, think pergolas, think trellises, you know, where you're going to display these. You can even use them among trees as well. So when the trees lose their leaves naturally in winter, you can have these growing up there and use that as a structure to display all these amazing colours. That's going to be stunning. It's a great idea Adam had there. Right, normally you'd be thinking of what, around £30? That kind of mark, but now it's £16.97 for all 3. That is great. Now, I think one of the most busiest items on the show, and honestly, we hadn't had a lot of stock of these. We're down to literally less than a handful of this. This is the camellia, this is the Yuletide. I know lots of people on YouTube have said, yes, you'd be going for this. To get Christmas in your garden, these are Christmassy colours. You're going to get white, you're going to get that gorgeous Christmas red, that deep glossy green foliage for £21.24. They are stunning. They're honestly one of the most popular items on the show. So 510818. Yeah, solo, single figure, solo stock. But when it does sell out, I will be honest with you, you'll be able to pre-order some in a few days, maybe in a week or so. But if you want to get these home, get them planted, ready for a colourful Christmas, then grab it. I really, really would. They're already quite established, I must say, as well. They're in 50cm pots. Okay, so when you got that in your basket, you might also want to get this. Talk about colour, the Helleborus. This is the Christmas rose here. So it's £19.54. So yeah, 3 of them in 12cm pots. This would actually also look good in those pine cone planters, actually. So if you've got some left over from your Yuletide, pop these in. They're gorgeous. But this kind of colour, they just fit in so easily. Wherever you're going to put them, in your beds, in your borders, in your pots. Just have a think now. Email us in. Where are you going to put these if you've got them in your basket? So 560054. Now, the first plant, well, the first tree we looked at, the first item actually we looked at just after 9:30 this morning was this. It's the nectarine tree. This is beautiful. Now, the flowers, they're beautiful. So yes, it's about the fruit in my eyes, but actually you might just want it for the flowers or both. But the nectarines, I hear these are so juicy. And I've never had a homegrown nectarine. I can imagine this in a bowl with yogurt, with some nuts, with some seeds. That's going to be gorgeous. But it's the experience, isn't it, of going to your garden, maybe with a coffee in your hand, and just picking these nectarines. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So yeah, £21.24. Right now, when it comes to various different plants, most of the plants on the show actually, it comes back down to this. It's the Premium Professional Compost. This is what we use here. That's why we're so proud to show off our root systems on all the plants we've got. This is like a standard now. This feels to me like an industry secret with professional gardeners, and you can get this home. Honestly, the difference people get with this. Read some of the 5-star reviews. It's so well reviewed. Read the experience people have with this. And if you're curious how much colour this is going to add into those plants, the abundance of flowering you can get from this, from a strong root system, it's the foundations, of course, for good quality plants. So 100 litres delivered for that price. 250 litre bags, £21.23. Please do not think this is similar to the stuff you find in garden centres. Absolutely not. For me, you've got wetty agents in there, it's pH balanced, you've got 50% composted wood fibres in there. So it gives the roots the space they need to breathe and grow substantially. That's a big, big thing there. There's so much to this, and Adam and I, we could talk for hours about it. 100, 125, probably the biggest selling product we have here at YouGarden. People come back to buy more and more and more, which says more than I ever could, you know. Right. We've got plenty more though. It's all about the farmyard manure. Freshen up it's so traditional, freshen up your beds with this. People get great results from this. It's the professional farmyard manure. So it's £15.29. That's the discounted club price. If you're not a club member, it's £10 to become one for the year. Right, before you check out though, if you do need some more space, whether it's for the trees, maybe going for the orchard trees here, then if you're thinking where we're going to plant them, well, how about this? This is the 4 40-centimetre pots, or 30 litres, whichever way you like to think of it. But I think the 30-litre pots, they're so strong. So it's 130011. But I'm talking about all of these amazing prices, okay? How would you get these amazing deals? Well, to get free P&P, type in the code. But if you want that price in yellow, here's how you can join the YouGarden Discount Club.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
Actually, £10 for the year. It's great. And you get vouchers anyway, included in your membership. You get, £20 worth of vouchers. So you kind of a tenner up before you've even started. But honestly, even if you're just buying a few items here, you could well get that money back in your first order. I know lots of people do. Now, if you're going to make 3 orders of compost a year, then you kind of got your money back, haven't you, straight away, even just for compost. Do you know what, though? This might be the last chance we get to talk about this for the time being. This is all about the camellia. This is the Yule Tide. You do need to confirm your baskets, confirm your orders, get these home. We've got a couple left, literally a handful left of these. Just briefly there, Adam, why would you grab this?
Well, I mean, I think it speaks for itself, doesn't it? I mean, look how gorgeously beautiful this is. Some camellias have huge, great big double flowers, but this one has these spectacularly simple but incredibly beautiful single red flowers. But for me, it's the contrast of those yellow stamens with these deep, deep red petals that really sets this apart from any other camellia. Of course, it's flowering right now. Look out the window right now. There's not a lot of colour going on, is there?
No, there's not.
It's a bit of a dull time of year.
I'm missing it now. I'm so pleased to be here. Honestly, this is the perfect time to get ready, isn't it?
So imagine this, and I've got 2 of these in my garden. Mine isn't quite in flower yet, but they will be in a few weeks' time. Yuletide, so that tells you it flowers around about Christmas time. These are typical of the plants that are coming out to you. They've got this wonderful glossy evergreen foliage. They're smothered in buds. They flower now. They're going to be flowering at Christmas through January, through into February. Despite their delicate nature, they are very, very hardy plants. Frost, snow, ice, rain doesn't bother them at all. You can grow them directly in the ground if you've got acid soil. So if you've already got rhododendrons, camellias, azaleas thriving well, you can plant these in the soil. If not, you can plant these in a container using ericaceous compost. We'll show you the pine cone planters in the moment because those will be absolutely perfect for one of these. Only gets to about a couple of metres tall, but I mean, just look at it. I mean, look at that flower. Look at all the flowers on this. I mean, look at this one. I mean, how perfect but simple is that? I mean, just imagine looking out on a winter's day and you've got dozens and dozens of these really, really incredibly beguiling, beautiful red flowers, and the foliage as well sets it off so nicely. There's something really Christmassy about this. There's something exciting, uplifting, thrilling about this plant.
They're warming colours, you know. Do you know, people spend a lot of money on Christmas decorations to give their house a Christmassy feel. I'd rather spend money on this to do that, and you've got a plant that's going to come back, you know, and it's something living, something breathing. It's beautiful, you know.
I mean, but a gift. What about giving this as a gift for
That's
somebody?
a really good
at
idea.
Christmas. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Because you know, you could keep this in your garden up until Christmas, and it would still look as good at Christmas time. And then just give this to somebody and say,
That's a great gift.
You know, this beautiful camellia.
It's honestly right. £21.24, maybe get 2, because once you've got it, you're going to want to keep at least 1, I think, there. So
I have done that before.
Have you? Yeah.
I have bought plants for people before, and then
no, they're not that important.
Yeah, and I've fallen so in love with the plant.
Yeah. I'll give them a voucher.
Yeah, I'll keep that.
This is it. I'm sure people do, because you just experience the beauty of this, the natural beauty of that.
And I think that's you've absolutely kind of nailed it there, Charlie. The natural beauty.
Yeah,
that's what it's like.
This isn't some, you know, the amount of money people spend on decorations. I love Christmas. I love the tradition. I do. But honestly, 21-24 wouldn't get you much decoration this year.
No, not really.
It really wouldn't. Yeah. But that is beautiful. It really is. Get a plant. So 510-818. Now, by the way, if you are thinking about where I'm going to plant this, if you haven't got many pots, we have got these pine cone planters. People adore these, right? So you can get 5 planters for a remarkable price. If you pop this in there, you're going to have those colours complementing the black base of the planter, and this is brushed in gold, like a brushed gold paint. Is beautiful. There you go. Yeah, £16.96. So that's only 3 of them there. Really good. Joe, let's give an example actually of your basket, because Joe, we're judging what people love and what's popular already on the show. How about this as a bundle for you? So you might be adding these into your basket, so the pumpkin planters, and then you might have the camellia, the Yuletide, maybe the drumsticks. So would you put all of these in there? You could put all of these in the plants there.
All of them,
could you?
Yeah. All of these would be perfect.
Yeah, maybe you want one of those. But Joe, let's make a saving though, because we haven't actually typed in the code yet, so you're going to get the discounted club price, obviously, if you're a club member. If you're not a member, it's £10 to become one today, and then you can get these discounts straight away immediately. So as soon as you join, the sooner you can start saving. And then, just before you check out, add in that code, and hello, right. £52 saving. So for the whole lot, for all of that interest, for all of that colour, for all of that fun, for all that passion, because you're about to be watching YouGarden because you're passionate, £71.91 is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant value for me. It's bizarre pricing. That it's unusual pricing. I can't believe it. Look, for £71.91, maybe you're going to go for all that. And actually, you've got a variety of garden. You've got a variety of structure. You've got different looks, different appearances. You've got everything. Yeah, and if you're not a club member, you can join today and save even more. Let's save that £10.79. It's really good. You can add that into your basket as well. Don't forget the auto renewal. And even if the price does go up eventually, if you keep it going, then you'll carry on paying that £10 a year. It's not £10 a month, it's £10 and that's it for the year, and you can get these amazing savings. I don't know how they can make that work, but it does. People love it. They've got thousands of members, they really have. But okay, if you're not a member, just go to YouGarden.com and you can buy that like a product, the actual club membership, so it's really easy to set up too.
See, for me, Charlie, that £62 saving,
that could go.
If I was already thinking of spending that total amount at the beginning anyway, before the saving, I would just use that £62 to buy even more plants.
Yeah, or we get that.
That's
your compost. That's a lot of compost I can go towards.
I'd think, well, I'll just throw more in and get back to where I was expected to spend anyway. But I've got like 3 or 4 times as more than I expected. Yeah,
this is it, and
which is great.
It really is. Yeah, think about it that way. We've got lots more emails coming as well. Thank you very much. Mauricia has been watching since we started live, actually. So Mauricia, thank you very much
Morning,
indeed.
Mauricia.
Oh, we asked for pictures of your dogs or cats. Okay, right. This is really cute. Oh, look, Mauricia. So beautiful. Oh, let me just get this set up. Bear with. I'm keeping everyone in suspense now, aren't I, Adam? Hang on. Right. Everyone's in suspense. Right. This is so cute. Oh, look. Oh, look. Honestly, that cat, look, you just know it's going to be so comfortable there. Oh, look, Hermione.
All snuggled up.
Oh, honestly. I really want to get a cat. I love it. Are there YouGarden boxes behind? They certainly are. Oh, Mercy, seriously, thank you so much on behalf of everyone here at YouGarden. We really do appreciate it. You, and I know lots of our regular viewers are watching, so thanks so much to all of you. We really do appreciate it. And you know what? I've learnt that we have expert gardeners watching. We have some complete beginners watching too. Maybe you just got your very first property and you just think, right, I've got a garden, I want to get into this. We're here for all different levels. We really, really are. Andrew's been in touch as well. He says, oh, winter/spring ready. Still some colour from the begonia. Around the Koi Jo Mi.
Oh, Kojo no Mai.
Oh,
yeah.
Kojo Mai, sorry.
Yeah.
Cherry. The cherry, of course, the cherry blossom. Right, do you know what? Let's have a look at this. Let me open it up. Oh, right, Andrew. Sorry, forgive me. I remember you've emailed. I've shown your photos before. I never forget your garden.
And this is now. I mean, look at this. This is so incredibly beautiful. Look at it. Look at all the interest going on still as well.
Andrew, honestly, I just can't get over this. It's just magnificent.
I love container growing. You know, growing things in containers, because it means you can move things about. You can chop and change things. Look at the grass as well.
Honestly, I love those planters, by the way, those hanging baskets.
Look at his lawn as well. His lawn's looking stunning.
Yeah, the arch is there as well. Seriously, you could lose hours just walking around just looking at all that, couldn't you? That is an incredible achievement, honestly. I love your passion, Andrew. You could look at that for ages.
It's one of those gardens where when you walk around, you don't see it all immediately.
No, you can't take it all in.
And you'll just keep spotting different things as you walk around. And they're the most exciting gardens, I think.
Yeah, how long have you been into gardening for then, Andrew? Because can you let us know, how long has it been your passion for? To get to that level is just an amazing thing to see. Yeah, if you can, email in. I'm really intrigued. Andrew, bless you. Thank you very much indeed. Leslie's been in touch too. Leslie, you forwarded us some pictures. Thank you so much. Right, let's have a look at these. Right. Oh, beautiful. Oh, there's the hollies. The helleborus.
Oh, well done, Leslie.
Yeah, both of which available today. Don't forget that. Love those planters. They look fantastic. Yeah, they're really impressive. Yeah, the hollies come with the planters included, by the way, so do bear that in mind. Right, I'll go off this, and you've got another picture, actually.
Glad you took that serving suggestion, because that looks really, really lovely.
Yeah, it
with
does,
that mix.
doesn't it?
And that's going to be so Christmassy as
There
well.
you go. What a perfect pair. It really is. Yeah, do you know what?
I'm with Stu on that. The wall. I'm jealous of that wall. Look at that wall. Isn't that beautiful?
My mum would say the same thing. A walled garden. There's something about it, isn't there?
Is that Yorkshire or so? Because it's got that Yorkshire kind of look to it, of all that
Cobblestone feel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Around here, I love. I also like that Cotswold rock. You know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that sort of look. But yeah, that's you can't beat this kind of look, can you? They're beautiful. Honestly, I really want those now. That's Leslie. You've done it. Thanks to you, I've spent even more money in my head. But no, thank you. They're brilliant, inspirational pictures from all of you. Keep them coming through. YGTV@yougarden.com is the email address. Right. Okay. If you want the pair of Holly Standard trees with the pine cone plants, like we've literally just seen, £42.47. So yeah, delivered for that price again. If you type in the code to get free P&P. Right now, let's whiz down here because we've got lots more to go through. We've got less than an hour left on the show. Right, the drumsticks. These have also been very popular.
They are the sphaerocephalon. I finally nailed that word.
Nailed it.
Nailed it at last.
We're showing off now. I want to keep saying it. Right, sphaerocephalon.
Yeah, these are great because you get 100 bulbs for £6.79, which is just bonkers, crazy, weird, ridiculous. And you're getting an allium that will flower for sort of weeks and weeks and weeks, if not a couple of months or so. And these flower later in the season. Unlike your purple sensation that flower around about Chelsea Flower Show time, these give you colour later in the summer. In fact, our lovely Bex has even said she's had these in her garden showing colour in early August. And they will multiply, and they are loved by the pollinating insects, the bees, the butterflies, the lacewings, all those friendly kind of pollinating insects will come in and enjoy these. And these will spread and divide and multiply. They'll produce extra little bulbs at the base of the original bulb, which will give you more flowers, and they'll seed about, and those seedlings will start to flower for you about 3 or 4 years after they've started growing as well. And all they ask of you, alliums, is we want a nice, sunny, bright, well-drained position, and they will grow on very poor soil. They're great for stony, gravelly, flinty, denuded kind of soils where other things won't thrive. They will love it, and they will just give you joy year after year after year. Beds and borders, pots and containers. And once you've planted them, you just plant them, you love them, you leave them, and just enjoy them for years and years to come.
It's a very rich colour with that.
Really, really nice.
There's something about that. £6.79 for 100 bulbs. Grab it. It's 600137. We've also got the mushroom making kits on the show too. Then we've got more varieties. We've got a shiitake variety on the website. We've got lion's mane. What we've got in front of us here is, I think, going to be one of the most popular also, is the brown mushrooms.
It's such a great idea for a gift because it's so difficult, isn't it, to think of a gift. I mean, we always make a joke about socks and scarves and gloves.
Vouchers, but I find it harder and harder, actually, each and every year.
Well, I think as you get older, the people around you are a bit older as well, and they've got everything, you know.
I used to buy, like, CDs and DVDs back in the day were a great gift, but it's not a thing anymore, really, is it?
No. But this is great, and I grew mushrooms myself donkeys years ago. I was only about 8 or 9. I grew a mushroom kit back then, and the mushrooms grew, and they were brilliant. I remember having them for breakfast with my dad one Sunday morning. My mum did like a full English using them, and I was absolutely over the moon.
What were they like? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I can remember to this day. They were stunning. I mean,
I've never had a homegrown mushroom. I want to see what that's like.
They were just perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. And you can grow your own homegrown mushrooms. Everything you want is in this kit. When you open it, you'll see like a sort of substrate at the base. It's got like a white look to it. That is, if you like, the roots of your mushroom in a simple terms, and then the mushrooms themselves are the flowers of the mushroom. You put the topsoil over the substrate after a week or so. Everything is in there that tells you what you need to do, and you will get 3 crops of brown mushrooms from this one kit. The first mushrooms come up around the edge of the container, and then they start coming up in the middle, and when you pick them, don't pull them straight up, twist and pull, and just enjoy them. And we've got three different types of varieties on here as well. If you have a look on our website, kind of, this is one of them. But if you want to grow your own homegrown mushrooms, and if you get this kit home now and start it in the next couple of weeks, you can probably have your own homegrown mushrooms for Christmas.
Imagine saying that to your guests.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We grow our own mushrooms here.
Well, I'll tell you what would be even more impressive is when you come down in the morning and say, right, I'm going to give you a full English, and then you walk in the room with the actual kit with the mushrooms there, and just say to your guests, "Did you care to pick your own mushrooms?
Would you like to pick choose your own? We choose our own mushrooms here.
I know. Yeah, how many would you like?
Imagine that. Yeah,
their faces will be like, Really? Are
And
you
give them a
serious?
rinse and get them cooking.
Yeah,
that's going to be
go
lovely.
for it. That'd be brilliant.
Honestly, I love that it's like a deep texture taste to the brown mushrooms. I normally buy them in supermarkets, but to grow your own and try it. But you're just watching nature do its thing right in front of you. That's part of it as well as the eating.
And these are great for vegetarians as well because they kind of give you that kind of meaty kind of structure to them.
Yes, people like that.
Which is great. So they're kind of give you that substitute for eating something similar.
This is it. People, they're popular for that, aren't they? Joe, for £11.04, grab it. So 700059. If you, I'd really love to see photos for all the people who are buying this right now. If you can email them in once it got growing in a few weeks, it'd be lovely to see. It'd be brilliant to see your results. Right, talking about winter colour, and it's going to get pretty cold the next few weeks, and I like winter. It can be very, very pretty, but adding in colour in those gloomy months, especially January and February, this is going to be ideal.
This is going to be ideal as well because these are clematis, 3 varieties. You've got the Wisley Cream, the Early Sensation, and the Evergreen Freckles. The Freckles is the one that's particularly evergreen as well. And these are clematis that decide to flower at a time of year you think is like really kind of out of kilter. They flower through the winter. They can start flowering now in November. And some of these varieties will take you through till May. The 3 varieties themselves will kind of flower successionally through from that point, so that any one point from this collection of 3, you will get flower colour. They are ridiculously hardy. They don't care about the frost, the snow or the ice. And once you've planted them, you can pretty much leave these, Charlie, to do their own thing. I mentioned earlier on a customer of mine who I visit, her neighbour, the opposite side of her fence, has got a hazelnut tree, and they've grown an evergreen winter flowering clematis up through the hazelnut tree.
Oh, wow.
And it looks great because the hazelnut drops all its leaves, which it pretty much has done now, and then you get the evergreen leaves of the clematis, and then you get the flowers. So just give it something like that to crawl up through. You could even grow these in a tower pot if you wanted to, go round and around and around. Have that 360-degree kind of look, or grow these over an arbour, a pergola, grow them up some trellis work, and enjoy clematis. Lovely. At that time of year when you don't expect. And these will even attract the odd pollinating insect as well on those milder winter days, and they're fragrant as well. They do have a soft sort of fragrance. So that's what we're doing today. We're bringing you lots and lots of things today that will give you colour and interest right now at the dark time of year, and these will do that for you. And all they ask of you is a few things. They just like to have moist roots, moist cool roots. They like their top in the sunshine, and other than that, you plant them, you love them, you leave them, and you know what, you don't even really need to bother pruning the winter flowering ones. You can just do a little tidy up here and there, but nothing else to worry about.
Easy to maintain.
Really easy.
It is, and do you know what, and all that for £16.97. That's the club price. So 550372. To get all 3 of them. The Freckles, I can't stop looking at this. One of my favourites on the show, actually. The next one we've got the Hellebores. Beautiful Hellebores. And do you know, when it comes to more variety, you can see those on the website too. But the clematis, the Hellebores, we got more on the favourites. If you just joined us, we've got the Yuletide, the alliums, they're very popular too. The mushrooms, by the way, they've been very popular. People have been buying the shiitake ones as well. So they are a big seller, they really are. But the clematis, £16.97. So yeah, YGTV 4625. Do you know what though? Let's have a look here. We had a picture of this actually, didn't we? Here we go. Let's bear with me. And now Amanda sends in a picture. Bear with. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Right, here we are. Brilliant, beautiful stuff. And do you know what? Amanda sent a picture of these. They look really, really impressive. Gorgeous. And these are easy to look after as well.
Oh yeah, these are tough. These are tough plants. These are perennial plants, by the way. So they'll come back year after year after year for you. They always have evergreen foliage. So all the way through the year, even when they're not flowering, you've got these really super glossy, very rigid leaves that will put up with the wind, the rain, the frost, the snow. They only get to about 12 inches tall, but this time of year, they start flowering, and they're going to keep flowering all the way up until Christmas, through January, into February, perhaps even a little bit later sometimes. And these ones in particular are very undemanding. They'll grow in shade, they'll grow in sun, they'll grow in part shade. All they really ask is, just put me somewhere where I'm not going to completely dry out in summertime. And you can see here, Leslie has done this gorgeous
great
arrangement.
combination.
She's used the cone planters, she's used our holly standards, she's put 3, look, she's even done the Ophiopogon as well, the black snake grass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can see even the little black snake grass at the base there as well. So, Leslie...
Leslie, that is a great combination.
Because we suggested, in fact, we actually planted that up on air. We didn't physically plant it, but we suggested that as a serving suggestion. So I'm really chuffed, Leslie, you've taken that on and you've created 2 stunningly beautiful festive planters there, and everything in those planters is evergreen, so they're going to look that gorgeous all the year through. And then of course the hollies will give you that addition of berries round about this time of year, but then keep the foliage in the summertime. And you've got those hollies as well, that blue maid that's not got the prickly foliage as well.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite combinations I've seen in a long time. Leslie, thank you. You see on the side of your screen now, if you look, they come in here, 3 12-centimetre pots, so £19.54. So 560054. Here's some indoors from. Is this Sean's place? Sean said, this is yesterday we saw this. Oh, gorgeous, aren't they?
Isn't that lovely? And you can keep them indoors for a while.
I was going to say,
about sort of, say 5 days to a week. Keep them indoors. If you do keep them indoors, keep them somewhere nice and bright and sunny. But then, eventually they will want to be outside. But you could certainly enjoy them if you've not potted them or planted them by Christmas, and you've got some nice pot covers. Just bring them in, put them on your kitchen windowsill or somewhere just over the Christmas period. And then after Christmas, put them outside and they'll grow away quite happily. Well,
there we go. Have a think. Yeah, again, just less than £20 delivered for that amazing price. Right, we talk about colour inside and outside then. We've got, absolutely covered, haven't we? We got the compost on the show too. We've got fruit trees. We've got all sorts. Do you know what, though? If I've got any more questions, we've got about 40 minutes left on the show. We're here live until 12. Should we go and see the hollies, actually? It'd be rude not to, because these are so special. And that picture that was sent in from Leslie, that is gorgeous. Thank you. Right. So in terms of maintenance, are these easy to look after?
Hollies are tough plants. Ilex aquifolium is the native holly in the UK. So, hollies have grown in this country for millennia, and they will put up with all the winter conditions that could be thrown at them. And just like so many other things we're talking about today, they're evergreen. So all the year through, even when they're not covered in these really stunning red berries, you'll have that really glossy coloured foliage.
That's a very festive entrance, isn't it? Yeah.
Well,
we've actually got one to show you, actually. You can put lights on them too. And these are outside Sean's house. Oh, come on. They are charming there. That's perfect.
I love the way they've decorated with the little hessian there and the ribbons as well. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely? I mean, that is so Christmassy. Oh, that's a good pick. I love that one.
I'm inspired from that.
It's like a Christmas card, isn't it? Or like Christmas wrapping paper.
It is, yeah, totally.
It's sort of holly and ivy and, certain plants just really shout Christmas.
Big, gorgeous red berries. I mean, you've got an abundance of berries on there.
And that's the good thing. I mean, it has been a good year for berries per se anyway, for a lot of plants. But I have seen other companies supply hollies like this, and they've had just a few little berries on just here and there. And in some companies even put artificial berries on. They wire them on. These are the real deal. These are real berries on here. But the good thing is, if you're thinking, I'd love a couple of these either side of the front door or the back door, but I don't want the children or the pets to get spiked by them, because holly can be spiteful. Not this variety. This variety, look, there's no spiteful prickles on there.
Oh wow, good point. Yeah, either side of a Christmas front door. How about that as a welcoming entrance? Joe, if you were to plant these, what sort of soil do these like?
They're not fussy, hollies. Hollies will grow in pretty much any kind of soil, apart from very waterlogged soil. And holly will grow in shade or sun as well. So,
okay.
Yeah, they're not fussed. -5, -10, -15, -20 degrees. They're not bothered either.
Yeah,
and with these, you've got a couple of options. And there's not a right or a wrong. It's just down to your choice. You can leave the top just to grow naturally, naturally if you prefer, or you can trim and shape these over the course of 2 or 3 years and turn them into a perfect spherical kind of ball shape. But
that's me. It's either or, isn't it? People like the natural.
Yeah,
I would be particular. I get perfections with that sort of
there's
thing.
no right, there's no wrong. It's just what floats your boat, basically.
Absolutely, what looks right for you. You know, anything in standard just automatically by default looks elegant, I think. You know, but here it is. Yeah, it's the holly standard trees with the pine cone planters. So there we go. It's £42.28. So that's going to be what, £21.28 each. So somewhere around that. That is fantastic value for money. The delivered price, please don't forget that. It gives like a grandeur kind of entrance to your to your household.
Yeah.
I love the fact they get them in the pair too. You've got to have a pair.
It's like all of a sudden the front of your house is in Homes and Gardens.
Yes, it is. It totally is.
Very kind of It's
like you're staging your house for Christmas, aren't you? With that,
yeah,
it's
definitely
beautiful. For that price, it's great. It's great. Right, so they're the holly trees. We got plenty more though. We've got the miscanthus coming up too. That's one of our favourites on the show. It really, really is. What have we got here though, Adam?
What we've got here, we've got some sort of what I kind of term as patio standard roses. Now, back in the 70s and 80s, standard roses used to have stems that probably went up almost to my chin, and then you had kind of the actual rose growing bit on the top.
Yeah.
Well, I never really fell in love with them because they were tall, they were gawky, the flowers used to be up there, so you couldn't really see them. They needed staking.
Yes.
All that's gone with these because these are much, much more shorter, and you look down on the flowers, you look into the flowers, you can enjoy the blossom on these. You've still got room to underplant around the base as well. And you know what? These pine cone planters, if you've ordered a set of 5 of those, you could certainly grow these in there for the next couple of years. No problem at all.
So, when can we expect flowering?
Well, let's take these out of the pot because again, these are bare root. So you might, if you're a novice gardener, if you've not gardened before, you might be thinking, well, that bloke's an idiot. He's pulled that out of the ground. You know, he's got a witch's broomstick there. This is going to die. It isn't. These roses have been lifted. They're dormant. That the sap has stopped flowing. They've been kept in cool storage. You get them home. You plant them, just basically so the roots are pretty much just underground. Don't go like halfway up the stem. Put a little stake in just for the first season, and I promise you, by June next year, these will be flowering their socks off.
Really?
Looking really good.
Next year. And we talk about the dormancy period because the energy of the tree, for example, is not focusing on like flowering, so it goes to the roots.
Exactly. So we're going to see. I mean, Bex has grown these, and
this is Bex's first year.
Now, I was on a show with Bex the other day. Bex planted these in February.
Yeah,
this
look,
year.
Those buds.
She planted them. This was about May, June time. So from those bare root roses to something covered in flowers and buds for weeks and weeks to come, that all happened in year 1. So now, you could completely ignore me. You could not buy these. You could wait until April or May, go to the garden centre, buy one of these grown on in a pot and pay £25 for one plant. Yeah. Don't do that. This is the way that historically plants have been transplanted for centuries. If you were a Victorian or a kind of Edwardian gardener.
So this is traditional methods now.
This has been tried and tested for many, many, many years. It's only in recent years, with the advent of huge garden centres, we've got spoilt and used to buying things grown on in pots. But we don't need to do that. If money is
more money that way, isn't it? Really?
And let's face it, it's tough times these days. So we're all looking for a really good way of getting more for much, much less and in an easy way. These 4 potted on next spring could cost you £100 in a garden centre. If they're already flowering and in colour, you can get these for that discount club price of £21.22. You might even have a £5 voucher. You can take another £5 off. And I tell you what, from looking like this now, they will look like the picture of Bexy's one you saw there by July next year.
So this is really shopping ahead, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shopping ahead. And Amanda's photos we saw still got roses on now, which is incredible. You know, what, in mid-November? Do you know? Yeah, you bought them back in 2020, was it? Amanda, wow, honestly, you got your money's worth there. Right, so you're going to get all of these. So you're going to get the red, the yellow, the pink, and the white for £21.22. So yeah, 530199. We've had more emails come in. One from Dave, actually. Dave, thank you very much. He says, this is all about the Yuletide. I'm not doing well with them second year, no flowers. Oh, it's in acid soil and fed all summer. Don't know what else I could do to get the flowers. Can you help?
Yeah, I'll tell you what could be a problem there is, if you don't keep your camellia fully hydrated from about June through to about the end of July, beginning of August, then they can abort the flowers ahead of the winter. That's the classic reason camellias don't flower, is if they're not kept properly hydrated late summer. I know you might have fed it, but with this particularly hot summer, that could be what's happened. So next year, just look out for that. Keep them well watered and use water from a water butt rather than tap water, because if you live in an area like I do, the water's very high in lime, which is not good. That can change the pH. So use rainwater. Next year, keep them really hydrated all through the summer months, and hopefully the buds will form for you. Strangely enough, the same things happened to me. I've got two of these I mentioned earlier on. One of them in a part of my garden that's a bit shady is covered in buds. The other one, I've only got one bud on, and I think I let that one dry out. I didn't keep it hydrated enough.
That's the most common reason, you'd say.
Yeah, rhododendrons, camellias, azaleas can do that if they dry out in that midsummer period.
It would make sense after the year we've had as well.
Definitely.
With the heat, especially in the early parts of the summer. Great. Well, Dave, hope that helps. Let us know how you get on. Hopefully next time you'll see a big difference. If anyone else has just tuned in, by the way, and you attempt to buy this, the Yuletide, we've got a couple left. Once it's gone, that's it. We will be able to get some more back soon on pre-order, but if you want to get some back literally in a few days, then you do need to be fast though. So £21.24. So 510818. Right, do you know what? Talking about trees, we've got some olive trees actually on the show. Let's have a look. Do you know what? I've got some olive trees, and this is the easiest thing I've ever had to look. But this is a mini one we've got here. This is so cute.
It is mini, but again, look, it's an
ornamental. It's gorgeous.
It's evergreen, isn't it? Look at it. Let's just show you around this little plant. How lovely is this plant?
I love olive trees, you know, I do.
It's stunning, isn't it? Look, and the nice thing about it, underneath, the foliage is sort of silvery, and then on top, you've got the sort of the darker green colours. But a lovely little multi-branch tree, this. What a great little gift this would be for your children or your grandchildren, to start them growing an olive tree.
Their first plant, perhaps, yeah.
And the good thing about olives is they are very, very hardy. They can go down to -10 in the UK. Now, this one, I would say, you know, we're not unlikely to get -10, but if we get a very cold snap, just in the first year, give this one a little bit of protection. I mean, if it goes down to -2 or 3, 4 degrees, it'll be fine.
Should be fine, yeah.
But put this in when you get this home, put it in your garden.
So straight away we can plant this, yeah?
Yeah, you can plant it, or what I would do, possibly, is leave it in this little pot until the spring, but just put it in the warmest, sunniest, most sheltered spot in your garden till next spring. And then when it starts to grow again, pot it on into a slightly bigger pot, perhaps choose a nice ornamental pot or whatever you fancy, really. And olive trees will grow year after year after year. They flower, lovely creamy yellow flowers.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
And they do produce olives in the UK. Now, they don't get to a point of being edible, but they look very, very ornamental. And that olive tree, that will bring like a feeling of the Mediterranean, of Tuscany, of that holiday kind of feel to your garden.
It. That's exactly why I've got olive trees in mind. It just transports me there, it does. But I'm intrigued by this. When you say mini, how big do you think that would get?
This olive tree?
Yeah.
Oh, this olive tree eventually, this little diddy one here, this could get to sort of 4 or 5 metres.
Oh, right.
Eventually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, in recent years, my mum and my mother-in-law have both got olive trees in their garden, and I am seeing olive trees now getting the biggest I've ever seen olive trees in the UK ever.
Right, really?
Because of the milder winters, they're getting through those winters more and more often, and just keep going and going and going. And this will have little olives on it. It'll have little green olives, beautiful little kind of yellowy white flowers. But this is a great little gift, great little stocking filler. and just a lovely little plant to just treat as a project.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the gift ideas, this is brilliant. Well, it's a lovely thing to get, just generally, whatever plant or the trees, the roses, the bulbs you're going to get for people for Christmas. This is a great thing. They're just great presents. There we go, the Millie Standard olive tree for £14.44. It's a bargain. So it's 680-111. Right, what's coming up next then?
This is an amaryllis.
Big old bowl.
Amaryllis, rock me amaryllis. I mean, this is this is really, really nice because this very.
Yeah, that when we say large,
this is like a giant onion. I mean,
yes,
this is big. This is cricket ball size, lovely root system, and this, let's face it, rather not particularly attractive bulb will produce these incredible, stunning flowers in about 8 weeks' time. 8 weeks' time.
This is a red line. I mean, that is a solid, deep red.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, like poppy red almost.
And the great thing about this is, a pane of glass could separate this flower from being indoors to having your Yuletide camellia with its deep red flowers being outside. So you can get those lovely colours in your house, get this home, plant it up, and what you want about the top half of the bulb just above the compost. Don't plant it all the way down, but halfway up.
Bury it completely.
No, compost up to about there. Give it a good drink. Put it somewhere really bright and sunny. And within a few weeks, you'll start to see a thumping great big bud push through on there. And in about 6 to 8 weeks' time, probably even by Christmas, you could get your first flower buds.
Really?
Might be Christmas or early into the new year. And with a bulb this size, it wouldn't be unusual to get 2, possibly even 3 flower stems. I've seen that happen. Great way.
Yeah.
£8.49 is a great price for this great big bulb as well. And if you look after these and treat them kindly, you can get them to flower year after year after year. Charlie, I've seen so many times after Christmas, poor amaryllis bulbs just chucked outside onto the patio. Yeah, left.
Some people think they're just annual.
Yeah, kind of left to rot in the rain, left to be killed by the frost. All you need to do, if you want to keep this flowering for year after year, treat it like a normal houseplant. After Christmas, keep watering it, keep feeding it, keep it in a nice bright spot. Then about the end of July to the middle of August, stop watering completely, be really mean to it, let it dry out completely, let all the leaves wilt and die down, and leave it like that right up until about the end of October, beginning of November. Start watering and feeding again. You'll get another flower spike come through. And as I say, I've got mine, amaryllis bulbs, to flower 3 years running now.
Right, wow.
Treating them like
really?
that.
That's good knowledge, though.
So don't think of this as a throwaway bulb, flower, get rid. You can get this to flower for you year after year.
And if you want to remind yourself on all of these amazing tips from Adam, then these shows are uploaded to YouTube, so you can watch them back a few times just to refresh your memory. Right, yeah, or to go to the website, of course. There's lots of information there. Right, the red line though. For £8.49. So, and it is a big bulb.
Yeah.
It's just you're watching quick progress there. That's fascinating to see.
And that will flower, because if we was to cut that bulb in half now, you would see in the middle a flower bud at the base in the middle of that bulb, just waiting for you to plant it.
Amazing. I mean, it's going to be fascinating to see. So there we go. Any more questions, keep them coming through. We've got just under half an hour left on the show. Right, we've got the Philadelphia's here.
Oh, this is so...
Is this really... Chelsea winner?
Yeah.
This is the winner
this year, 2025.
Wow.
And this is something to really get excited about, because these are a type of Philadelphus, and they are the world's first pink flowering Philadelphus. So many things to say about this plant. It's the world's first pink one, as I just said. It only gets to about a metre and a half tall, and it pumps out the most lovely, sweet, delicious fragrance, and it flowers for week after week after week. In fact, it's so compact you can grow it in a pot or a container. Of course, you can grow it in the beds and borders as well. Grow it somewhere open, bright and sunny. It doesn't care how cold it gets in the winter. -10, -15, -20, totally winter hardy, not particularly fussed about soil. In fact, Philadelphia's do very well on clay soils. I know that because I used to look after gardens in a place called Buckhurst Hill in Essex that has terrible clay soil.
Really, right.
But the particular gardens I looked at had Philadelphus growing there, absolutely thriving in that soil. So if you want 3 Philadelphus Chelsea Flower Show Plant of the Year finalist 2025, and you want a Philadelphus that's not going to get huge and take over your garden, that you can grow in a pot or a container, compact, fragrant, weeks and weeks of flowers. Oh, go for this.
Just to say you've got a Chelsea winner, that's just a cool thing to say.
This is this is stunning. I mean, I'm not going to blow my own trumpet, but I'm a Chelsea winner, and this is a Chelsea winner, and and I can definitely kind of promote this plant for you. Get these home, honestly, because you're going to be some of the first people, probably in your street or your neighbourhood, to have pink flowered Philadelphus.
How about, for that reason alone, that's a buzz, isn't it? And as if it's £16.97. Normally you'd think around about £30 mark, but for something so special, for £16.97, so 511-759, loving it. Now, in second place, also finalist was the miscanthus. I saw this, a month or so ago. I really want this. I know I keep saying I'm going to get it. I am going to get this. I know exactly where I'm going to put this in my garden. It's the colour here. It's so beautiful. It's got this warmth. And when I look at just grasses, it's that wafting in the wind. It's that gentle kind of breeze that's lovely with this. It's really pretty.
See this, students say, because this reminds us of an ostrich every time we see it.
Well, why not? I didn't know we had an ostrich on the show.
It's like an ostrich without legs or a head. But yeah, I mean, as you say, Charlie, the great thing about grasses is the movement you get from grasses. Also,
I find it quite relaxing, actually, quite calming. It's quite atmospheric, isn't it?
But look at this. So it starts off green earlier in the year, and then late summer into autumn. Look at that against that winter sky, that autumn sky. Those beautiful flower fronds there, that deep red foliage. These get to about 1.2 to 1.5 metres tall. Miscanthus are a very drought-tolerant grass as well, once established. Very hardy, very tough, very strong. Lovely, upright, wind-resistant stems, and even leave the foliage on through the winter because it looks great covered in frost or a light fall of snow. In the spring, trim them down to about 6 to 8 inches above ground level. Don't go down any lower. That's really important. And then all the new shoots will come through, and it will do this for you year after year after year. Let's just whip one out the pot just to show you what I know is definitely going to be a good root system. Yeah, every time, didn't even hesitate. So beautifully established plants. Probably even in 2026, these will get to pretty much, I would say, 75 centimetres, if not a metre in their first year, because these are really good, vigorous plants. Bright, open, sunny spot, that's where they really thrive. But soil-wise, they're not particularly fussed about what soil they grow in, providing it's not very heavy and waterlogged. But other than that, they'll really thrive. They're one of the easiest, toughest, most rewarding grasses you can grow, and you've got 3 there, so you could really create a fantastic feature with 3 of those. I'd probably space them at least a metre and a half apart. Okay. Then you can underplant with
so if you had some plants, would you put one in one pot? Well, you wouldn't bunch them together too much then?
I would say probably you could start off with one in a 30-litre pot to begin with, and then eventually you probably need to transplant one into like a 50-litre pot. But even the pinecone planters, they would be all right in one of those for year 1 to get them established, and then you can transplant into a bigger pot or into the ground after that.
Oh, well, there we go. Happy days. So they get £19.52. I've seen this a few times already, and that says to me it's very popular. So it's 561262. It's in my top 3. Adore it. Absolutely adore it. Right, we've got anemones next as well.
I'm glad we're talking about the anemones because the anemones would make great bedfellows of the miscanthus. You can, because good thing about the anemones, Japanese anemones, they've changed their names about a dozen times now as well. They were Japanese anemones, then anemone hupehensis. Now they've got some other ridiculous name that I'm not even bothering to remember.
What do you call them?
Hupehensis, I think they changed them to, and now they're changed to some other sort of crazy name.
I thought it was that. Yes, I thought that. I knew that.
These are great because these are mid to late summer flowering perennials that can get to about a metre and a half tall, and they flower for week after week after week. And the only reason I'm suggesting, if you've gone for the miscanthus, go for these as well, because right next to my great big miscanthus, I have got these flowering, and they look great because they're really tall, structural perennials, and these are perennial. These will come back for you year after year. Long flowering period, great big upright stems. Look at the root system again. Look at that. Every time, fabulous root system on those. And they're mid to late summer colour. 3 varieties for you. And you very often don't need to stake these either. They've got lovely rigid stems. And they go right up until October. So, and they will come back year after year and they spread. They'll form a clump that gets bigger and bigger. Sun, shade, part sun, pots and containers, beds, borders. Really just plant them, leave them and enjoy them from year after year after year.
Well, there you go, and for £12.72. So yeah, 480128. That is fantastic. Joel, thanks so much to Adam. We're going to give Adam a moment or two just to get reset. We've got some more plants we're going to see actually. If you have just joined us, let's give you a cheeky little recap because you may have missed the Snow White. Now this is the rose of the week, and it's just a lovely fresh white. It is stunning. Nearly half price, of course, for club members. So yeah, lowers to £15.29 delivered for that price. So 530679. Happy day here, saving £12, folks. So just have a think. Maybe got a rose garden. Maybe it's going to be your first rose. I think white is just so easy to fit in to a garden, isn't it, to display. Now, the first thing we looked at is the nectarine tree. It's huge actually. It's in a 5-litre pot, and it can get up to like, well, it can actually get up to like 5 metres if you wanted to. But wow, for £21.24, you're going to get gorgeous flowering, not just beautiful juicy nectarines, but the people will buy it for, well, either or both. But imagine just in the morning, maybe with a bowl of cereal, with a coffee, just having a little bite and biting into this beautiful, beautiful, sweet, juicy nectarine. But maybe it's not just for that, but just to look at them. Maybe you've never thought about growing your own nectarines. Maybe you've always been tempted. Now is a good time, especially because of that price. It's £21.24. So it's 300297. Right. Now, I've got loads of different types of lavender, I do. I know after a few years it can get a bit woody, can't it? And it's part of the thing with lavender, it's part of the tradition, but with this, it's so robust. Honestly, the stems there, and the flowering you get there, the ones we've seen, you get an abundance of flowering. I wish mine did this, I really did. But look, for £8.49, you get a lot of lavender for your money. The smell, the scent, it's like the most classic lavender scent. You know, sometimes I smell lavender. Oh, it's not what I was expecting. This is everything I want it to be. So 511754. It's just the flowering. Honestly, it's an abundance. Been bred to give you lots of flowering and yeah, lots of interest. So you're delivered for £8.49 if you're a club member, and you type in the code YGTV 4625 to get free postage and packaging. Well, we've got alliums on the show too. We've got various different ones. But how about this? A pink jewel, a pink allium. It's amazing. So yeah, 3 large bulbs there, saving £5. It's £8.49. And do you know what? We see lots of different pinks, don't we? But with this, with the allium, it's like a subtle pink. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So if you're tempted by that, where you're going to plant yours in beds, in borders, in pots, who knows? Yeah, 600552. We've also got the mini daffodils on the show. Now, do you know what? Lots of people do buy more mixed varieties these days because they just last a little bit longer. You get more interest. You get more and more flowering at various different times. But for £7.64, you're going to get 35 bulbs here. So it's 600317. That's been very popular. We love the yeah, we love the daffodils there. It's absolutely classic. It takes me back to my childhood. Pansies and daffodils reminds me of my mum's garden. It's gorgeous. Right, just briefly though, before we talk to you about even more compost actually, it's the Chelsea winner. A Philadelphus pink, the first one. Wow. And you could be one of the first individuals to have this home if you buy this today. It's £16.97. And just know that when you've got family and friends in your garden, you can point this out. This was the Chelsea winner. So it's 511759. Well, you know what? We haven't mentioned compost for, well, it seems like a lifetime ago, about an hour ago. You know what? We know you guys stock up on this. The 5-star reviews are amazing. They really, really are. If you're running low, if you're getting a little bit worried, then stock up. Whilst you've got this offer on, it's 2 50-litre bags for £21.23. Now, people who bought compost from garden centres, you might think, okay, well, is that a good price? This is completely different.
This is completely different. And this is kind of worth 3 or 4 times the value of that when you buy in the garden centre, especially if you buy that really cheap compost, because the results you get from this will be so much better. You know, some people say compost is compost. It's all dirt, isn't it? No, it isn't. Not all composts are equal. This compost is one of our most 5-star reviewed, rated, loved product. I had another 10 bags of this turn up yesterday. That's 30 bags I've got through.
Wow, fair play.
In the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yesterday I had 6 big troughs also delivered, and I planted my bulbs up, all different bulbs, little miniature bulbs, using this compost. I don't need bulb fibre. This compost will do for me. I've got some bare root plants. I'm going to mix this in with the soil before I backfill, planting those bare root plants. In fact, house plants, cuttings, plug plants, fruit, vegetables,
wow.
anything that grows, you can pretty much
pretty
grow.
much all of it then?
Yeah, you can grow in this
wow.
compost, Charlie. You don't need potting compost. You don't need seed compost. You don't need bulb fibre. You don't need this, that, this, and this. You just need this. That's all you need. And even if you've got ericaceous plants, we do an ericaceous version of this as well. So we've got that sort of box ticked as well. This is peat reduced. It's been peat reduced for years, long before other people started doing it. And even the small amount of peat we use, an element of that is from renewable sources using sphagnum moss. And the peat element holds on to the moisture, stopping this compost from drying out. But then when you look at it, you might see these fibrousy bits on the top. That's the composted wood fibre. That's creating drainage. So you've got one element holding on to the moisture. You've got another element creating drainage. You've got that perfect balance of a compost that's never too wet, never too dry. That composted wood fibre allows the air to get down to the roots. It allows the water to percolate through. And it allows these little plants that Sean's potting on now to get their delicate little roots down into the ground, into that compost. And when they do, it doesn't even end there, because they'll come across these little beads in the compost that for up to 6 months will release fertiliser to keep these plants sustained as they're growing. There's a wetting agent in this as well, so if it ever does dry out, when you water it, makes the compost more like kitchen towel. It wants to soak the moisture in again. Some of those inferior composts, when they dry out and you try to water them, the water just cascades off. It doesn't want to soak in. With this compost, it's the reverse. It's pH balanced, so it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline. It suits the vast majority of plants, and it comes delivered in these plain bags to you with no shipping, in a cardboard box, direct to your door. And when you use this compost, honestly, I'm not just saying this, I promise you, everything I plant in this thrives. And what I do notice is whether it's in the garden or in pots, if you take a plant and you pot it on into a pot of this, especially in the really vigorous growing time of year, you go back within a week and you try and pull that plant back out the compost, it's already got resistance.
You'd struggle, right.
Yeah, the roots have already gone out and into that compost. It just makes everything grow and thrive. It really, really does.
Well, I think if you're spending money and your time in your garden, who wouldn't want the best possible chance for it? And that's what we truly believe this is, and lots of people would do. So there we go. And you haven't got to worry about it. Just put it straight in. Use it straight away. So £21.23. In fact, you can keep it in the bag for a while, though, can't you?
Definitely. Yeah. If you keep it somewhere dark
There's
and
no shelf
cool.
life as such. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could keep it
it's gonna
through
last a
till
long
next
time.
spring if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Get cool and dark, that'd be fine. Definitely.
Right, 100-125. Yeah, YGTV 4625 to get 2 bags delivered for no extra cost. It's just excellent. So yeah, free delivery, and you see the price on your screen there. Right, we have got lots more. The nectarine tree. People love this. This has been very, very popular this week. It's been one of the most popular items on this show, actually. So thanks so much to all of you who's watching. We love having your company. We really, really do. This could get quite high.
Yeah, you can get to 4 or 5 metres eventually.
Incredible.
But
yeah.
if we could sort of time-lapse ourselves from now through till spring, what we would see is all these buds here. These are flower buds. These are beautiful, beautiful flower buds. So next spring, this is going to explode into a mass of stunning, stunning pink blossom. And the blossom on this, on the nectarine, is a deep, rich pink, like that.
Wow. Beautiful
just
blossom.
like that. You know, even if you completely hated nectarines, and I don't know anybody who does, but if you did, I'd still grow this as an ornamental tree.
Yeah, just for that, yeah.
the blossom, because it is some of the most staggeringly beautiful spring blossom you could grow. And to get from the blossom to these fruit, again, is easy. This tree is self-fertile, so you don't have to worry about other pollinating trees rounds and abouts. But if you want to, and it's a bright sunny afternoon, you could just go from flower to flower with a little paintbrush, like one of those little artist brushes, the highlighting ones, and just dip from flower to flower. And that just really that's belts and braces to kind of double the pollinating. Those fruits will set, they'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and late summer into autumn, you'll have your own super juicy, sweet, ripe, bursting with vitamins, minerals and natural sugars.
Oh, wow.
Warmed by the sun, chin dribbling nectarines.
Yeah. Stop it.
Gorgeous.
What are you doing to me?
Gorgeous.
You're kidding me? That is. I'm starving now. It is. That one experience that's going to be. It is. And for £21.24. So, ordinarily you expect to pay around £30 for that. So, 300298. So, get this home. One of the biggest selling items this week. So, well done if you're going that. But yeah, you can go on the website, YouGarden.com. As soon as you go to the website, if you click live, scroll down, you'll see all of these amazing deals. We've got live for you here in the potting shed. If you're on your phone, just go into the menu to find the live show. Okay, so you can shop on your tablets, your smartphones, laptops, whatever's easiest for you here.
Is that like the hamburgery thing at the top?
Yes, so you click on that, click on menu, then you scroll through them basically. So we'll show you. So the hamburger thing, top left. If you go down the menu, click live now at the bottom, and then you just scroll through all the products. There you go. There's the planters there, the allium, that's on the favourites, the rose of the week right there. And we've got plenty, there's a mini orchard. There's that nectarine right there. And you do need to get the code or type in the code to get the savings. So it's a little box just before you press check out. There we go. Happy days, right. The planters though, there's so many colours on the show, winter colours for your garden, that's going to complement these beautiful, or these are going to complement them rather. But pots are really important, not just for drainage obviously, but for aesthetics.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we saw, whose garden was it? I don't remember, all the pots and containers. Andrew's garden.
Amazing.
Andrew showed you in a brilliant way how you can use pots to create such a fab-looking garden, and you can do that with these pots. You're getting 5 of these beautiful pine cone planters, 13 inches across, and looking at these, you would not think these were plastic pots. They look like they're metallic pots. They've got that shine, that shimmer, that gloss on the pots. They're UV stable. I have been called to gardens. There's Andrew's garden there, showing you there. In fact, I think that might even be a pine cone planter on the right. Just
is that at the front?
At the front with a little lamp in.
It's similar,
possibly,
isn't it?
Or it's very, very similar.
Yeah.
Now, I've been called to gardens where people have lived there for a long, long time, and then, unfortunately, they're passed on or whatever, and they've asked me to clear the garden, and I've gone to pick up really old plastic pots, and they just shatter and fall apart.
They go brittle.
Yeah, because they're not UV stable. These are UV stable, so they're going to keep looking good for you year after year after year. You've got those lovely drainage holes in the bottom. You've got this reinforced rim round the top, so you can pick these up very easily. You can get your fingers underneath. But of course, these are lightweight. They look like the real thing, but they're a fraction of the weight of the real thing. So, this could be for balconies, this could be for roof gardens, it could be somewhere like that. And these are just that right size where so many of the plants we've got on the show today could live in these either forever or certainly for the first couple of years or so. Like one of the miscanthus, for example, they could quite happily live in there for next year, no problem at all. If you wanted to start off the little Philadelphus, the pink flowering Philadelphus, you could at least keep those in here for a year or two. Very, very possible as well. The hellebores, the Yuletide, lots of things we've got today.
Yeah, the Yuletide would be stunning.
Yeah, would look gorgeous in these.
They look really expensive. They do. They look like heavy cast iron. They really do, but they're not. They're £16.96 for all 5 of them. So 130543. Right, we got. Let's have 5 minutes. Honestly, it's flying. These are also brand new. That's why we haven't got them in front of us yet. They're actually that new. But it's the Hardy Shrub Collection. So it's 12 bare root shrubs. If you want to see what you're getting, though, if you go online, go to the website, and you'll see them all there. And actually, Sean made a video of all the varieties. So if you just search the item number, it'll take you straight there. And it's 8 minutes long, this video. That's how much you're getting. So have a good look through that and see if it's for you. But I think there's bound to be, with 12, there's something for everyone there.
And is it the exact ones we see in here, Stu, that said Oh, there you go. So,
yes, you get what you see.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
I could run you through those in a moment if you want to know them. But yeah, so these come as bare root plants. So get them home, give them a soak, plant them in the original depth they were planted before, and then just wait for the magic to happen. So just running through on here, we've got berberis at the top there. We've got a lovely, lovely lilac growing here. We've got a Weigela here. This is a Deutzia. We've got a potentilla. We've got a lovely spirea. We've got a rose of Sharon. We've got Symphoricarpus or snowberry. We've got tamarix. We've got another Philadelphus here, we've got a cornus, and then we've got a forsythia. So an amazing, amazing range of shrubs there.
And there's a full list for you.
Yeah, different heights, different flowering periods, different colours, all bone hardy, all come back year after year. And so if you think about, if you went out...
I don't know how they're able to do that for that price.
Bare root, if you went out next spring, or late spring, early next summer, and you bought all 12 of these at an average garden centre in a 2 litre or 3 litre pot, you could pay about £10 to £12
for one.
So what, £144 you could pay?
It really could be, couldn't it?
Yeah, all these.
It works out to be £1.63 per shrub here. That's fantastic. And Joe, it's just a quick and easy way of, and a very, very cost-effective way of just getting a lot of variety, a lot of colour into your garden. And you haven't even got to pay delivery. It's free postage and packaging. Just make sure you use the code for that. So 500001. If you want to unlock all these amazing club discount prices, you can become a member today. It's £10 for the annual renewal. So it's literally £10 today. That's it for the year. And you can get these offers straight away. So people love that. Thousands of you are club members, so thank you. We have got more, though, to recap here on the favourites table. Do you have a favourite on the favourites table?
I've got to go for, I mean, the Yuletide that we're going to talk about at the moment is my favourite on this table. Although I haven't said that, I like the hellebores as well. We're going to talk about the winter flowering clematis.
I like the clematis, I do. You get all 3 of these.
You do. The freckles as well. This one, sorry, that one there. This one here is evergreen as well. Some of these are fragrant, but the good thing about these is this mixture of 3 here, the Wisley Cream, the Early Sensation, the Evergreen Freckles, between them at different points they will give you clematis flower colour from November all the way through till May, each one overlapping the other as the seasons move on. Some are fragrant as well, and they're easy to grow, and they really, really don't need much pruning, if any pruning at all. As I told you, I've seen examples of these growing at work in people's gardens. Some people grow them up through deciduous shrubs and trees, so that once they drop all their leaves, then they can see the clematis in the winter time, they can see the flowers, they can see the foliage. The freckles here, this is the one that has the lovely, really rigid evergreen foliage that stays on all the year through. And just imagine that in the winter time or late spring or even into early summer, giving you that continuous colour. Just plant them somewhere where they keep their roots nice and moist. Make sure you dig lots of organic material into the soil, and then they'll thrive, and they'll just grow year after year easily and simply.
Well, and it's £16.97. Amazing deal there. Do you know what? It's nice to round off here the Yuletide. This is so impressive. Right, we've actually got 1 left, not 100, 1. It's literally the next person who checks out is going to get this this week. So the only person who can get it is 1 more person now. It will go to pre-order, but at the moment, get it home. Sooner the better, I think. Because you can get your garden looking Christmassy. And the colours it's a very Christmas red, really.
It could be this very one that you're going to get sent out to you, because this has to go back into stock. So, yeah. You might get a famous camellia sent out to you. This one is flowering now. It's going to flower up until Christmas. It's going to flower beyond Christmas into January or February, because there's loads of buds all around this plant. Buds, 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 buds everywhere. You've got that evergreen glossy foliage. It's hardy, it's tough. It's got these stunning flowers with these deep, deep red petals, these lovely yellow stamens, and it's going to really lift your garden and lift your mood in the depths of winter.
I think so. And that's when we need it the most. most, I think, isn't it? You know, I think summer's pretty anyway, but honestly, it's such an important time of the year. We're getting ready for spring. We're getting ready for, I don't know, these colder months. I need to say gloomy then, but it's not gloomy, just cooler months. It won't be gloomy with these colours.
This is a brilliant stopgap, isn't it, between
yeah,
now
I
and spring?
think so. Yeah, and we got so much variety. So thanks so much for watching. £21.24 for that. So 510818. Can I say thanks so much for everyone who's emailed in and to commented on YouTube. We love hearing from you. The pictures are so inspiring, and you're back on later today, aren't you?
Yes, Stu and I, 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock on TikTok this afternoon.
On TikTok, wow.
Minus the Yuletide, sadly.
So you were going to show that.
We were, but unfortunately, no.
The joy of being live, eh? The joy of it. There's lots more coming up, though.
Beautiful houseplants coming up.
Houseplants coming up, yeah, houseplants. Don't forget the compost, we got that on the show. The plant is beautiful, that miscanthus, I love it. We got Chelsea winners if you just joined us. So if you go to the website, you click live deals, you see all these amazing offers there.
Good to see you, Charlie. Nice to work with you again.
You too again, and thanks so much, and have a lovely rest of your weekend. Whatever you're doing, enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.